How we looking?
There we go. Sorry
All
about that,
right. It sounds like we might have sound now, ladies and gentlemen. And if we do have sound, this is the Shills taking over. SOS. You got it. The Shills are live on FTFE's channel. It's our fucking show tonight, and this is how we roll. So tonight we're going to look at Anthony Riley, sleeping warrior himself. Why? Because he's a fucking idiot. And we're also going to look at JM Truth. You see, tonight we've got one vote for JM Truth to be Dumbfuck of the Year, and we've got one vote for Anthony Riley to be Dumbfuck of the Year. Who voted those? Well, none other than FTFE and Team Skeptic. So tonight it's a throwdown to see who deserves it. Now, as hosts of the show, we are the Shills. We're a group of YouTube creators and debunkers that come together for live roundtable chats, live debunks, guest interviews, and more. And I guess we're the guests tonight, but no, fuck that. Our guests are FTFE and Team Skeptic. So now, let me look around this amazing table, see who we've got to go to, and I think there's only one person to turn this to. Kevin Kennedy, Dead Kennedy in Space. Why don't you guide us around the table and see what's going on today?
Hello, freak bitches. A huge thank you to FTFE for giving us the chance to stream bomb the channel that grabs stupidity by its heels and shakes it upside down for lunch money.
I love it.
I hope that one hasn't been done before. I just want to do a quick little announcement. Apparently, details on this are still a little iffy, but apparently overuse of emojis in the chat is causing people to have some trouble with their Google accounts, as in being banned. So maybe go light on the emojis, guys. I have no idea what that's about. However, that aside, let's see who we've got tonight. Well, first off, let's start with FTFE, the host of this channel. I mean, the man with the most. What do you got, man?
Well, you guys are here because Jutmonk the monkey said he'd stab me if I didn't let you on the channel.
Sounds about right.
Fucking right, bruv. I didn't expect you to bring that up.
Yeah, well, I was not supposed to. Sorry, I definitely wasn't held at knife point and forced to make this a thing. It was purely my idea, nothing to do with a crazy monkey and a knife.
Thank you.
Changed.
Patty, what have you done?
Sound us back.
Should be back.
Oh, monkey broke it.
Yeah, apparently a monkey broke the audio.
Yeah, sorry. I just kind of fiddling with shit.
Stop screwing around with your tail and tell us what's going on, man.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, right, I'm sorry, but like these dumb as fuck plums that I work with, the Shills, said it's your turn to look after the keys to the lair. And of course, I ain't got any fucking pockets because I don't wear clothes. So I've lost the fucking keys. And thanks to FTFE, awesome, and Team Skeptic, they came to our SOS and let us use this channel. Thank you very much, guys.
No worries. Like I said,
FTFE and I are from, we're both, you know, he's special to me because we're both from, like, he's West Country, mate.
Yeah, West Country, massive.
Bristol, and, well, I was the monkey that escaped from Bristol Zoo.
Yeah, I let you out. They were like, get away from that cage. I was like, the dude's got a fucking knife.
Thanks, man.
That's awesome. All right, we need something a little more sane here. Logical Troglodyte, how are you doing tonight, man?
Oh, we are doing great, and Cave Town has been extremely busy these last couple of weeks. For anybody in the audience watching who isn't aware of it, Steaming Cuppy Reason and myself have been called on by Athena, the goddess of wisdom and civilized society, to come to the Temple of Wisdom as her champions in the conspiracy wars. We broadcast every 2 weeks. Ordinarily, we would be broadcasting again on November 17th, but we have been recently invaded by a flat earth commando troll, and we have to evict him. So we will be live tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. GMT, with AT2 Productions and Mike Bertelson assisting us in our combat.
All right. Awesome. I look forward to that. Hanging out in the back corner, acting like she doesn't have the perfect voice for radio. Amy, how are you doing tonight?
Oh no.
Oh no,
Where's the
we don't have an Amy.
What happened?
Well, she's around. She may be busy or having difficulties. In the meantime, Anti-Flatter, the man from the future, how are you tonight?
Sure, my bro. Doing all right here, man. Whole channel's in a bit of a meltdown mode right now, trying to track down that mysterious figure stealing all the stones, though.
Yeah, you've got that whole mystery going on.
Sad.
Interesting. We have to see where that goes. Sarcastic Barman, how are you tonight, sir?
I'm all good. I've had a lovely week of holiday time. BT have hopefully fixed my internet. The pub's been fucking busy the last 2 nights, and I'm absolutely buzzing for an amazing stream.
Awesome. Absolutely. Me too. We just lost Amy, so I'm guessing she was having technical difficulties. Hopefully she'll be back. In the meantime, Steaming Cup of Reason, how are you today, sir?
Sorry, I was just busy squashing some fucking trolls. Like Logical said, we got a couple of them on our channels. We're going to kick their ass around the block a little bit this afternoon. I can't wait. Looking forward to being here on the FTFT's channel. We're taking this bitch over where we just fucking skin stupid alive and use them for wetsuits. So let's get this game going.
Awesome. I love the energy, man. That's great. That's excellent. I saw Amy dropped out and came back in, so maybe her audio is working now. Amy, how you doing? Nope, not yet. Okay. Also in the background here, keeping everything working more or less, we have Tatty Bogle. How are you doing today?
Oh, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, or whatever the hell it is, the time of day down by yous. I'm having fun.
No.
It's one way of putting it. Another way of putting it is I'm to throw the computer out the window because it's just not playing. Oh,
I heard Amy
there as well.
Oh, sorry. Did I say that out loud?
I heard Amy. She's back.
I'm back. Sound things. It was voice meter. Sorry, everyone.
Same with on the other side too, the production side. Ouch. How you
What
doing,
is
Amy?
wrong with
What's
voice
happening?
meter? Oh, not much. Just fighting with voice meter again. How is everyone tonight? I hope you're all well. And thank you so much to FTFE for inviting us on tonight and having us take over the channel. Thank you so much. And it is nice meeting you.
That's a heck of an intro, Amy. Just like fiddling with the mic sounds, followed by "son of a bitch."
Yes, sorry. I'm very embarrassed because normally I don't talk like that, but this thing frustrated me really badly.
Completely.
But I did want to say, thank you. If anybody has any questions or comments, please direct them to @AmyHogan, and I will definitely get them, and we'll make sure that they're read, as many as possible. Thank you.
We'll try. We have a slightly larger audience than usual, but
exactly.
But we'll do our best here.
Exactly.
Let's see. Did I miss anybody? I don't think so. Just checking over. I think we got a super chat.
Team.
And the last thing here is to see if we have ourselves a Team Skeptic yet.
He doesn't.
I'm not sure we do.
We doesn't who back. So I'll just pretend I'm Team Skeptic for a few minutes. I'm made of Lego. I'm a team, but I'm only one person. When I became a real boy, people thought I was the Morgile. So yeah. But as he's not here, I just want to say that for me, working with team has been absolutely amazing. Like he came to me and said that let's do this SOS thing, and he was one of the people that I watched before I started my channel. So it was like, it made me feel really amazing to have him want me to work with him. So when he gets here, he can tell you a bit about himself, but he'll be here soon.
All right, awesome. I look forward to that. I'm a huge fan of team, and I'm happy to be on a stream with them again. We've had one. Let's see, we've had 1 or 2 Shills shows with you, FTFE, and at least one with team, and every time it's awesome. I'm really stoked for tonight. We've got like the whole panel here, and everybody seems to be raring to go. Dick Dawson, do we have a video lined up, or should we go to that, or?
Well, we have a couple of videos lined up tonight. Oh, yes, we do indeed. I do believe that there was a couple of people in the chat that are already firing some questions out, and I'm wondering if we shouldn't do a little roundtable first, just to make sure everybody knows who they're talking to and whatnot.
That's a good call, for sure.
Yeah.
Should we go to Amy for some questions?
That's a great idea.
Maybe.
Oh,
unless she's
do we have Amy?
Yeah, here I am. I'm
there we is.
no,
there she is.
Having computer issues here and trying to catch up with the chat. So.
Wonders in modern technology.
Exactly. The chat's not working. Sorry.
Oh boy.
Team Skeptic's back.
Yeah, in the meantime, we have a Team Skeptic again. Hello, sir.
Yo, what up?
Oi, oi.
Awesome. He gets cheering in the background.
I didn't get a fucking round of applause. What's that all about?
Well, I told you pre-show Fight the Flat Earth how good my appearance was on the Shills. So that is why I get the round of applause. It will be there every time I enter this arena.
I love it.
I'm sure when you got on, there was sounds of people pooping on the street.
Well, maybe the monkey.
That was me throwing poop, son.
Yeah,
you're not a fucking monkey, Chud.
Listen, pal.
Here we go.
What do you mean he's not a monkey?
Polar bear, is it?
Have you not seen the picture? I mean, you're telling me that's not a real picture?
I'll believe he's a monkey when he believes cat's a cat.
But I've seen him on camera, and he looks like a bloke. Whereas I
He's
look
been
like a
fighting
monkey.
words now.
That's true. I haven't seen Jutmonk on camera.
That's just a latex costume that cat wears to make him look human.
Is it? Why would you do that?
I like it.
Well, it's all part of the cat master plan,
Oh man, I need to go away and think about this.
The cat Illuminati.
Yeah.
We just blew.
I was going to say, I've been on the piss with Monkey before, and trust me, he's either a monkey or an ugly motherfucker.
Thank you, sir.
So would you say he's
Is
a
there a
good-looking
difference?
monkey or an ugly person?
Mate, he can do things with that tail that no one else can.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, dear.
Tail clearly
kink
points to
shaming
monkey.
here.
Hey, and don't the girls love my tail?
To be fair, mate, there wasn't any of them around.
Well, we always say that when you make an assertion, you have to show evidence. So far, I've not seen evidence of that, Jet.
Well,
big time.
A couple of those rugby players didn't mind either.
Citation needed.
God.
Oh,
so well, at this time, we usually like to go around the table and see if anybody's found anything wild in the world of Flerfs and pseudoscience. Kevin, you want to lead us around?
I was actually just going to point out a comment in the chat. Someone in all caps said, "What is with the Freemasonic symbols?" It's because we're all Freemason shills, don't you know?
Yeah, I mean, how else are we
that-
going to get paid?
Yeah, get
every time you let that out, we lose like
Illuminati.
some money.
Exactly, right? I mean, Craig, did you get the memo? We get paid by the minute for shilling this now, right? That's how it works.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But like the more we talk about the fact that we are actually shills, the less they're going to pay us because, people keep finding out and it's a problem.
That's right. So to our audience, please don't point it out. Let's try to lay it under the rug, so to speak.
I was going to say it once and then let it go.
Yeah.
Just put the information out there. Do what you want with it.
Oh, I just had confirmation from NASA. We're allowed to talk about it as much as we like. It's
Nice.
cool.
Oh, excellent. You see, when you hang out with people like Fight and Team that really have their ear to the ground in the scene, you always get away with what needs to be. It's awesome. I love it. Absolutely perfect. Kevin, it's your show, buddy.
Craig, can you send just blow a quick kiss to Jim Bridenstine? Haven't seen him in a while.
Mwah.
That's awesome. Yeah, as far as what's new in the show community, I don't know, or like what's new in the crazy community. I found out recently that Hans Wormhat's wife has a channel, so that's an interesting thing.
Yeah, it's like a female version of Hans. It speaks the same, thinks the same.
It's mind blowing.
Sure
It's more like a
Hans
clone.
in a dress? Sorry.
I mean, I could believe it.
Well, people are saying the voice is very convincingly a different person, but I've seen some people do some interesting things with software, so you never know.
Ooh, good point.
I might have to check this out.
Conspiracy with Hans is like a gold mine for looking at stupid, though. I mean,
it's amazing.
Oh yeah,
not the flat but everything. Volcanoes are fake. Snow's fake. Well, I mean, everything.
Vin Diesel was pregnant. That's my favorite one.
Wait, you're telling me Vin Diesel's not a chick?
What? Really? Oh, now I'm fucking lost too.
I'll tell you, that video, Vin Diesel was pregnant, has a moment that I think it is like the moment that may reveal Hans as a Poe, because he shows this picture, and I'll describe the picture after he says what he says. He says, "Look at this picture and tell me which one of these people look pregnant." And it's a picture of Kanye West in a big shirt next to a very, very obviously pregnant Kim Kardashian. And I'm like, you're not serious. You're not serious. You can't be.
You sometimes pray that they're not serious, because you don't want a member of the species that you are a part of to be that stupid, you know?
Yeah.
It drives me fucking insane.
Well, that reminds me, I saw one that was someone showing the pictures of The Rock, saying, "See, his shoulders don't look like normal male shoulders. He must be female." You're thinking, yeah, the huge The Rock.
The gigantic man.
I tell you what,
very clearly a gigantic man.
You want to go up to The Rock and say, "You're a chick." You go and do that. I will pay to watch that happen.
He seems like such a nice guy, though. He'd probably just laugh and walk away.
Yeah, well, let's be completely honest.
Logical.
Yeah, let's be completely honest and transparent here. Hans is not part of the same species we are. He's actually part of the Stupidicus domasochus.
I genuinely do hope that there's some kind of other species. Like, I never realized that there's so much stupid in the world, honestly. Like, I feel like I've been shielded from the stupid somehow. And then over the past 18 months, it's like, here is the stupid of the world. And I'm like, why? Just why?
It's true. Once you start investigating flat Earth, it kind of opens the floodgates of all the other kinds of crazy that's out there. Because if you believe the Earth is flat, you'll believe fucking anything.
Well, you have to, right? You have to believe that everyone is lying to you. Every single person, every pilot, scientist, engineer, they're all in on it.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, Fight, you've been on this for almost a year now. I don't want to hear no complaining out of you. You volunteered for this and stayed on for a year. You drugged me into this.
Yeah, if I'm going down, I'm taking you all with me.
Yeah, we got Jutmonk up.
Yeah, I mean, what you're saying about, I feel the same. When I stumbled onto this fucking crap that the Earth is flat, I was like, nah. And then you don't realize people are absolutely fucking so stupid. They can't be that stupid. I just don't get it.
Yeah.
It is.
It's almost like I don't believe it. There's something. It's like it's a cult, but even they know deep down, but it's just a cult where they just want to go against the norm. I don't know. How can you believe that shit?
Bet on
it's
that.
so easy to fucking look at the lighthouse and just see half of it and go, well, yeah, because the rest must be behind the fucking curvature of the Earth.
No, my magic P900 can bring it back. No, it's fucking can.
Oh, he
Yeah,
said the
no.
word. He said the word. The knights who say P900. He said the word.
Well, I'm
I
gonna
can-
bet to that
Attack,
trumpet
attack.
P1000.
Yeah,
we got Amy with.
I use
go for it, T.
I raise eyebrows every time I bring something back into view using my pin 15.
We got Amy with some comments from the group here.
Yes, I do. Rock Rocker 45 asked Sandwell Junction, "Are women allowed at Freemason meetings?" And then Mike Bertelson says, "Wait, why don't your guests get paid?" And Renee Name says, "Team Skeptic, has that bite out of the Twinkie healed yet?" And Mr. Victory, Mr. Victory says, "Nathan Thompson lives in a van down by the river." And then Andreas
Down by the river.
Little Chris Farley there. And then Andreas Eld says, "Please let Sean Hufford in to speak."
Is Sean dying to get in? We could probably figure that out after here. That's a funny one. So I wanted to get to Team and Craig. Have you guys been looking on the interwebs lately? Have you seen anything absolutely stupid that you're planning on doing something on? Any tidbits you can let us in on here?
Team, you go
Yeah,
first.
I'm of course I'm doing a video for Simon Dan's Flat Earth Friday. I think not this upcoming Friday, but the next Friday. And I'm covering Quantum Eraser and the Quantum Eraser experiment. So that's something different than Flat Earth, but it's so people are going to have a chance to learn something. So
yeah, I've got a collaboration with Professor Stick coming up. We're going to do a two-parter, part on his channel, part on mine. He's another one of my heroes, and he came to me and asked that if we could do something. Apparently his subs have been asking him to do a collab with me. So he's going to help me tackle some Flat Earth stupid. I'm looking forward to that. And then he's going to come on Science or Satire. But in big news, we've got the Mick West on Science or Satire on Wednesday.
Yeah, Mick West. Oh, man.
Yeah.
That will be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, that shit sounds mean as.
Yeah, we've had like I got to brag on me and Craig for a second because we've had some amazing guests on. Professor Phil Bell last night was just
awesome.
Was awesome. Yeah. And then, we've had Professor Dave Explains, we've had Martimer. We've had just so many great guests so far. And it's like there's a time when you think, oh man, there's just not another great guest out there to get. And then Fight the Flat Earth says, oh yeah, by the way, I got Mick West. And you're like, oh shit, Mick West, let's get him on here. That's great. That's amazing. That's just, it goes to show that we do have that potential to continuously bring on better and better guests and continuously get better at the craft that we have. So big shout out to
team.
Flat Earth.
Team, I gotta say that you're speaking from our own place because we know exactly how that feels. Do we ever? It's amazing when it really starts to build and you start to reach out to certain guests and certain people that can be on the show and they're like, yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, I'd love to. Man, it makes you feel good, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially I still in a way consider myself a newbie to all of this. Because there is a lot of people who've been doing it a lot longer than me. People like Sean Hufford and Simon Dan and Conspiracy Cats a bit. And these are the people that I looked up to and started my channel because of. And to be constantly like talking to these people and doing shows with them and sharing a community with them is absolutely amazing.
I couldn't agree
you know
more.
what I do? I completely ignore anybody that has more subscribers than me so that they are begging to do work with me. And they're like, no, do work. One day I'm going to start doing work with them. I promise.
That's not what Simon Dan told me.
I'm just letting them continuously beg. I'm just letting them continuously beg right now.
Do you guys know?
Team, that's why I haven't asked you to collab once.
Do you guys know that
I'm gonna start
Simon
begging
Dan's
you then.
got a nickname for a team? Do you guys know Simon Dan's nickname for team?
No.
Oh.
It's FIFA bitch.
So there was he and I was having a conversation back and forth, and I was like, hey, congrats on your 200,000. And I was like, I'm like right around the quarter from 20K. And And I was like, so I'm about 10% of your subscribers. And he was like, yeah. He goes, we should just start calling you Team 10% now. And I was like, motherfucking hell no. And then I was like, well, actually, that wouldn't be a problem. Let's go ahead and get you to 1 million, bud. You know, let's keep that Team 10% going and help me get to 100K. That'll be all right.
Yeah, it would be.
Oh, we had an awkward silence there. I imagine several people were nodding in agreement in silence. Very good.
Yes,
absolutely.
That's
Clapping very
this is
quietly.
why this is why I love audio only shows. You get those wonderful awkward moments. So where are we at here? FTFE, have you do you have anything to kind of bring up or talk about that's new and exciting?
Well, I've been concentrating a lot on what Sleeping Warrior is doing, obviously, because it's his year to win. He has to. 2 second places in a row, and he is still consistently putting out the fucking stupid. He has to win. You know, he's so much stupider than JM Truth. Not that I'm saying JM Truth is not stupid, because he is dumb as fuck. But Sleeping Warrior for dumb fuck of the year, definitely.
Fair enough. Yeah, there is a never-ending stream of stupid. I'm using that word intentionally.
Yeah.
From Leaky Warrior. Like, you know, you'd think he tops it with his thesis, and then he goes and pisses in a jar on stream.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, and he's trying to make excuses that it wasn't that, but the reason I know he was peeing in a jar or in a bottle or something is the look on his face as he starts. You know, when you're having a pee and you're like, you get that little twitch. You know, you can see in his face that he's starting to have a fucking piss. And you're just like, fuck's sake, Riley, could you know it just been, I'll be back in 2 minutes? I mean, I imagine your toilet isn't more than 12 feet away from you.
Right. That's the thing that amazes me, is the absolute laziness of it. But you're 100% right. Someone, I forget who it was, someone on our last stream said you could see the yellow in his eyes, and you absolutely can.
Oh, that's horrible, man.
Oh,
Oh, it was
I'm
Beaver.
totally-
Yes, it was Brainy Beaver who said that.
Yeah, I'm totally with Fight on this one. A little bit. Yeah, I'm totally with Fight on this one. I don't care what team says. Riley's got to get it this year. I was watching Ozzy Perspective this morning with my morning coffee, and they played a Riley live stream clip. And somebody in the live chat was asking Riley how a siphon works if gravity doesn't exist. And he actually made the statement, well, you know, buoyancy is dependent upon gravity. And I'm trying to get Terry Davies to send me that clip. I need that clip so bad.
it would be
Well,
cool.
you
That's
know,
excellent.
I was pretty solidly on the JM Truth fence, thinking, you know, JM's got to take it. But you know, after the last stream from fucking Riley, I gotta go with Fight on this one. I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that the heart and lungs are an involuntary organ, that fucker would drop dead right now.
Team, you're getting destroyed. You got to back up your boy here. Why do you think JM should win over Riley?
You know, JM's just a walking bag of dipshittery, and every time he opens his mouth, he lies. He doesn't do it because he's trying to win any kind of award like Dumb Fuck of the Year. He just does it because it's like it's ingrained in his mental, you know, how he thinks, the way he processes thought is everything is JM Truth first. It's almost like he doesn't believe that he's lying, even though he knows what he's saying is not the truth. But he's so mentally wrapped up in himself that he can't believe that he's lying.
Indeed. Team. Now you're somebody, I'm pretty sure I'm right in saying this, that you taught yourself video, audio, and the whole bit to be a YouTuber. That's correct, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
So when you hear things like oh, JM's Mr. Video Man and blah blah blah, and you see the absolute drivel bullshit that drips out of that shit flap he calls a fucking mouth onto the screen, you must cringe, because you know the effort somebody like yourself or myself puts into making this stuff good, and then you see that absolute crap he puts out and claims that he's some kind of fucking producer.
Yeah,
it's madness,
I
right?
agree. I agree. It is madness. Hey, we seem to be missing a key person to this panel. Is there a reason why Sean's not here? Just out of curiosity.
No,
Well, we sent the invite link to Fight and let him send it out. If Hufford wants in, we'll send him the link right now. Taddy, get ready for incoming. Hufford's coming.
I'm on it.
Yeah. Okay.
Speaking of, did I don't want to make it contentious because I love Sean, I do. But did he ever get politely corrected on the things he said about the Shills a little while ago?
I was going to leave that because we're not on our channel. I know there was a little issue there, but you know what? Everybody has their emotions and their position on a certain instant, and then afterwards they go, "Whoa, overblew it," or you know what? I was right, and blah blah. And who gives a rat's ass? It's just one of those moments where he thought different than we did. Everybody had their thing, and we all move on, right? So I don't give a shit. Does anybody else?
It was more that I think it'd be interesting if he realized that we knew the whole time. I think that would change his opinion entirely. But
not a bad thought. Not a bad thought.
I'm pretty sure
like
he does
that.
know that.
Yeah.
He does? Okay.
And we all know, I mean, like, you know, this is a table full of skeptics. So we all know how it is, right? You know, anybody who presented with the right information is going to be open and change their mind, because that's what we do, is it not? Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So, you know, absolutely no problem. I say it's totally fine. Did anybody get the link over to Sean? Have we done that already? Because it would be great to get him in before we start the video, right? Absolutely.
Have you done that, team, or do you want me to?
All right, great. No, if you'll go ahead and do it, or you know what, I can do it. Hold on.
Okay.
My system's about to be brought to its knees because I got way too many things open right now. Now, I'm supposed to be controlling the chat buzzers and stuff, and Barman's going to kill me because it took too long. Barman, it's yours. Sorry, buddy. Is he even there? What the fuck happened to the barman?
I am. I forgot to unmute. Sorry. No, I was just going to say about Sleeping Warrior and things on the dumb fuck of the year. Does he deserve to win? I know he's the stupidest of stupid, but wait. Does he deserve a prize? This is the thing. If you're saying he wins, technically it's a prize.
It's
a fucking prize.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
It's a prize for losers, though.
Yeah, it's like a Razzie.
Warmer.
But if he doesn't win, is he more of a loser?
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one.
There is a case to be made for him being the perpetual second place, but I just think that there is no flat earther that is as consistently stupid as Riley. I mean, the guy can't not be wrong. You know, like when Reds was on my channel debating Harold, hashtag stop censoring Harold, he showed a video from Astronomy Live where Astronomy Live was debunking a claim from a flat earther, right? But Riley took that section of the stream and claimed that Reds was using the Flat Earthers video as evidence rather than Astronomy Live's debunking of that. And made a whole stream about how Red was using an experiment that was really poorly done and stuff. And I was like, no, he was pointing out how bad that fucking experiment was. And he's so stupid that he can't even research something as basic as going into the description of that stream and clicking on the video that Reds was referencing. Instead, he just jumps to the conclusion that Reds is an idiot because he's using the bad experiment. You're right. It was a bad experiment. It was done by a fucking flat earther.
Oh, fair play. You do make a good point.
That's a very good point, man. Very good point.
It's now we're talking about Riley. Since Kennedy in Space did the Riley papers, I would really like to hear your response to that, to be honest, my friend.
Oh God. Yeah, I mean, In my latest video, I decided that he shouldn't get it because I think his paper was an act of fraud. But I'm also I've sort of since reevaluated that in how badly he committed the act of fraud. That on its own is incredible dumb fuckery. And yeah, I think the perpetual runner-up joke might have run its course. I think it might be time for Riley to win Dumb Fuck of the Year.
See, with his paper, you're saying that it might be intentional fraud. But if that's the case, he's even more stupid for thinking he could get away with something so blatantly fucking stupid.
Yeah. Either way, he ends up incredibly stupid if it's honest or dishonest.
Yeah. Now, I think we should go right to Team for his argument on why it's JM. Right? Come on, let's balance this out.
Well, like I said, he's just a perpetual dipshit machine, a vending machine that you can go to. You don't even have to put money in, just press a button and shit comes out. In fact, you'll get professional shit no matter what information you're looking for. You will get professional shit coming from him. You could literally ask him you could walk up to the JM Truth vending machine and type how to perform an at-home hysterectomy, and professional shit will come out because he has a modified hysterectomy doctorate.
Yeah, but you're missing one thing. You're missing one thing. CO2 isn't a gas; it's a molecule.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a fucking gas, guys.
Did everybody hear that? Ladies and gentlemen, let me announce right here, right now, on the Shills Takeover SOS, we have the voice himself, Sean Hufford, on the show. Sean, welcome. Sorry it took so long. How you doing, buddy?
Now that we're 3 for 3, we can get this show really started.
Yeah, man. Yeah, sorry about that, man. We're a little bit behind the times here, and it was our fuck up. Absolutely. Sorry, man. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Wish I was getting good grades, but I'm not in school anymore because I was smart enough to graduate.
Wait, is that a pre-qualifier for SOS to have graduated? Because if that's the case, then
get the fuck out.
Y'all are gonna have to kick me off. No, I'm just kidding. I have a degree. Well, I have a high school.
But let's talk about graduating, because Dead Kennedy in Space raised the question in his most recent video if Riley actually has the law degree he said he does, because
he does have the equivalent of a bachelor's degree. He's currently going for his master's.
What do you mean the equivalent of?
Whatever the UK equivalent of a bachelor's degree. They might actually still call it a bachelor's, but it's like
we do.
It's the first level postgraduate you ever get. So,
but how can you have a bachelor's in law and not know how to write a basic thesis? Because
or sentence.
But even at high school, when you're doing fucking essays, you're given some kind of format. And you know that you have to have a title page and put your fucking name on there. And it's just, how can you have a degree?
You learn how to write your first thesis before you graduate high school. It's actually a training aspect for you to go to college.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So for him to say, well, they didn't give me the format for the thesis, he's just being the standard pathological liar that he always is.
And I'm sorry, but ignorance is no longer an acceptable an acceptable excuse to why you didn't do something right when it comes to something like a college thesis. First things first, you should know when it's your college thesis how important it is. Being that it's that important, you should put a little bit of extra time into researching how to do it properly, researching the steps. Like if I want to, let's say, replace a module on my TV, I don't just open my TV up and start pulling shit apart. No, I watch a YouTube video where you watch a YouTube video where it shows a step-by-step process of what to do by somebody who's experienced by it, and then you go back and you try to replicate that to the best of your abilities. The same thing should go for your thesis. He should have went out and researched it, learned how to write a proper thesis, then put together a proper thesis and submitted it. He didn't do any of that. He just ripped the fucking TV apart and said, "Oh fuck, why did I fail this? Why isn't my TV turning back on?"
Doing
dipshit.
It's not even the if I'm sure someone else has done a thesis or a paper or something about things being put into the education system that isn't. I'm sure that's been a subject that was has been broached before in some form. So I would have looked up what they wrote and what arguments they made or something, you know?
I was about to say, I'm sure there's PhD educators out there who have like a PhD in education that have wrote theses and have papers on these very topics that are published that you could have properly sourced instead of sourcing your own goddamn YouTube video.
Well, isn't it a requirement for every level of postgrad that you have to do a thesis before you're actually granted your postgrad? I mean, every level. And he's already reached the first level of it. There's no disputing that. So he has done a thesis that has been examined and passed. So for him to put up this paper the way he did, he either did it intentionally to have it fail so he can claim victim status,
but
he just forgot entirely and he's just a complete moron.
Oh, both. We've had a couple people trying to jump in here, guys. I got to give it over to Amy right now. She's got some comments from the viewers.
Okay.
I do. And hi, Sean. Nice to meet you. Ryan on the island says, let's see the peer-reviewed scientific method that proves it is a globe. Link. So apparently Ryan is a flurfer. Glober Mom says, JM Truth comes by his stupidity honestly. Leaking Warriors plays stupid on purpose. And South Care has a question. Why isn't Nixon's longest, farthest phone call ever in the Guinness Book of World Records? I guess it was a lie. Mike Bertelson says, Riley for Defoe. He's dumb. He has even debunked himself. Ash Scott says there is no contest. Riley is a proven Poe. JM just might be the only real flat earther on YouTube. And the Casual Spaceman says, there is just too much dumb fuckery to decide between JM and Riley, so I'm going to have to vote for both or spoil my ballot. And then he says, diapers for Riley. Andy Greenwood says, at FTFE, if you ever do a Fuck Nugget of the Year award, I'm banging my vote straight on Oakley. That guy is a bastard insult to humanity.
We call him Slappy the Crown here, not Oakley.
Now, I'd like to address that the phone call one. That wasn't necessarily a phone call. Okay, you have to define what a phone call is, because if you really want to say what a phone call is, if you're going to consider that a phone call, then that wouldn't be the longest phone call, because we actually talked to astronauts. We talked to astronauts. Well, let's say it's between two people. We've actually talked to astronauts as they went behind the moon, and we lost signal while they were behind the moon. So when they were on the opposite side, as they were getting to traverse across the opposite side of the moon, they were actually a further distance than the moon is from Earth, and the astronaut was when he was on the moon. So that's incorrect anyway.
But if you're considering radio waves as a telephone call, then
that's what I'm saying. If you qualify that as a telephone call, then we have more.
Yeah, I mean, Voyager 1 and 2 are both now technically outside of the solar system, still in the Oort cloud and stuff, but we regularly communicate with them via radio waves and stuff. So is that the longest telephone call to the edge of the solar system?
Oh, what about that? What about that whole thing from way back in the day? I can't remember his name, an ancient philosopher guy. So he says, let's suppose there is an edge of the universe, and then that edge has like a wall. So you stand on that wall and you shoot an arrow. Now that arrow either goes infinitely or it bangs against something. So let's say it hits another wall. You jump on that wall, you pull your arrow back, your bow back, and boom, you shoot an arrow. The end result is it must be infinite. No ifs, ands, or buts. That's it, right? And, they knew that back in the day, and we're still arguing about it now. Sorry to cut you off, guys, but Jutmonk is dying to get in, and he's going to kill me if we don't.
Well, I'll tell you what, right? That fucking brain dead warrior, to me, this is like, I've raised this question before. I reckon it's his own little warped, weird little game. Like spelling the same word 7 times wrong in the same article. He's done it on purpose. It's all a little joke. And all his mates who know him outside of YouTube know he's just fucking taking the piss. That has crossed my mind.
I honestly don't know.
Because I think, how can you be that stupid? You'd have to be playing at being that stupid.
I honestly think he is that stupid. And I think as he goes more and more into it, he's convincing himself of more and more crazy things. Because let's think about one of the first videos that I know of his was when he said that the eclipse happens every month.
Yes.
But it must be out at sea. All right. For that assumption, he's saying that the Earth.
Oh, I remember that.
For that assumption, he's still saying that the Earth's a globe. Yeah. Right. So he must have not been a flat earth at that point. So, I mean, I'm sure Sean will correct me if I'm wrong here, but he was into other conspiracies before flat earth on YouTube. And it seems that every time he finds a new conspiracy, he's going with that.
I missed something. You're talking about Ranty or
Riley?
Riley started out flat earth. That was his beginning. It was flat earth. He I have to stand corrected. His first thing was the Egyptian pyramids were power plants. That's where he began.
Ouch.
Yeah, Sean, warning before you say that kind of shit, man.
That hurts, buddy. What the fuck?
No, you know I go hard, fast, and dry. So
yeah,
boom,
in through the back door. Led Zeppelin's Uncovered album.
after last night's show with Sean, I've been having to sit on a hemorrhoid donut for the entire day.
Yeah, me too.
I dare you.
I slept on. I actually slept on the hemorrhoid donut. So, like, if you could imagine, I kind of looked like a pyramid last night when I slept.
No, but in all seriousness, I am literally the senior as far as flat Earth debunkering on this panel here. So I've got a long history of dealing with these people. And JM, granted, has a buttload of stupid under his belt, easily. I don't deny that. But here's the thing. JM is smart enough to know that a lot of the things that he says, unless you have some education in that topic, he can bullshit you for a while.
Oh, yeah.
But Anthony, his stupid is so blatantly obvious. You can't miss it no matter how dumb you are.
5 divided by 0 is 5.
God. But if you have 5, and you started with 5 and you divide it by nothing, you still have 5.
Let's not forget the infamous, you've got 3 ice creams, I take 5 away. Haha, math's not real. No, fucker, you now owe me 2 ice creams.
Yeah, give me my
seriously,
ice cream.
Let me sway some votes here right now with one thing that Anthony said to me. The earth is round in the daytime. It's flat at nighttime. Let that sink in.
My fucking God. When did he say this? I hadn't heard that one before.
That was in my 4.5-hour live stream with him. This is the type of mentality you guys are trying to compete with when you bring up JM.
Listen, I know you heard what I said last night, Sean, and this is an appeal to the actual audience right now. Okay, guys, I'm talking to you. If you're in the live chat, listen up. Those of you that really want Anthony Riley to win this award, if you want him to win this award, your efforts are futile this year. Kyle will win the award. Shut up.
That brings me my second point.
My goddamn monologue. Listen, Riley will get second place. You will be disappointed again, and you will be conflicted. You will be trying to decide next year whether it should be JM or Anthony Riley, and we'll be talking about this again. And all the evidence that he has this year is all going to go away because it's all based on what he says in the current year. So here's what I want y'all to do. Stop pushing Riley for dumb fuck of the year. Just get on the JM train. Let's beat out fucking Kyle with JM. And then next year,
hold on. I've got the counter argument for this.
Sean, calm down. I will focus my attention next year on Riley. That is a promise.
Okay, let me counter.
Now, hold on, guys. Before we go any further.
Okay, go ahead.
Hold on. Just let me jump in quick. Sean, remember where you are because I'm going right off topic, but we're going right back to it. Craig has turned off super chats for tonight so that the donations can go to the shills. And we have a donation link that will be dropped in the chat every so often right now coming up. And we've already had a couple in, and I do believe Dead Kennedy in Space is going to read them off for us right now.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. We had it's just the 2, right?
Yeah. Yes,
right?
it is. Yes.
Okay. All right. The first one was Quiasa donated $10 and said, "You guys are terrifying. Please take my lunch money and don't hurt me." Which is great.
Can I make a comment?
I just want your lunch.
Quiasa, as a lifelong bully, I now know I can take your lunch money every fucking day. So I will be live streaming every day, and I will hunt you down if you're not in my live stream to give me that lunch money.
Dum, dum, dum.
And then you are going to go and buy me lunch with that lunch money.
There you go. Kevin, what's the next one, buddy?
The other one was Cypher. He donated $5 and said, "I challenged Riley on all sorts of stuff this week, starting with a Nautilus shell and moved on to asking him If the chat log I saw on Dead Kennedy's video could constitute a case for fraud against himself and Nathan Oakley, he deleted the comments, I think. Of course he did. Of course he did.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. No,
That to me, I just want to say
go ahead.
That strengthens the case for authenticity of that chat log to me, because he tries to bury it. He doesn't just say, "Oh, it's fake."
Yeah. Now I want to counterpoint Team Skeptic's wonderfully worded.
Yes, exactly. Sean, it's your floor.
Worded. It was wonderfully worded.
Now, my hat's off to you, Skeptic. You actually make a decent argument, but I'm going to rip it apart for the simple fact that Anthony Riley is so stupid that you have to remember one of the rules of Dumbfuck of the Year. Once you win, you can never be nominated again. For this reason, I want Anthony Riley to place second every year until the end of time. We all know Kyle is going to win this, but Riley must place second. So even if JM wins the second place, he's still going to be up for it next year. I want Riley to be in second place every single time.
You want Riley to be a winner and a potential candidate for every year moving forward. That's the only reason you want him to win.
That's the only reason why I want him in second. I never want him to actually win the competition, but I want that constant reminder that he is there every year.
Given that Kyle is going to win, you're essentially saying that you want him to win against the rest of the losers, and then also get second, and then lose again perpetually moving forward. See,
yes. So this year,
you can take third place. You can take third place and still be in the same situation you're in now. You could back me up on
here's my counteroffer. Here's my counteroffer to you, Skeptic. Allow Riley to get second place this year, and I will 100% back JM to win next year.
JM won't be here next year. Riley will. JM's done this year. December 2019, JM Truth TV Productions died on YouTube.
Yeah. I mean, JM has said some particularly stupid things, like the sun is on fire.
Yeah, I just want Riley to be a perpetual loser forever.
No, that sounded so good. It must be said again. Please say that one more time, Sean.
I want Riley to be a perpetual loser forever.
I love it. That's the best thing.
I could back that, okay? I could actually back that, Sean. Hey, go ahead. I'll let you say something stupid.
I want Riley to win, because then I can focus on someone else. And Riley is the only one that consistently puts out the stupid and never stops.
Yes.
And I just...
And that's why I want him to be second, because he's constantly putting out new and better stupid. But if he ever actually wins, we can never bring that up again. And he's always such a great talking point.
Sean, can I ask you, Sean? Did you see AB Science do the model for Riley? Did you see that video?
AB Science modeled for Riley? Is that kind of Pornhub thing?
We're talking about the density thing, right?
Yeah. Did you see when he actually tried to make his model and Riley got so pissed off at him for trying to debunk him? So AB came back at him and said, no, not debunk. I tried to help you. I tried to actually make a model that would support your bullshit. It was amazing.
Yeah, I saw that, and I saw Riley's response, and I didn't have enough facepalm protection.
Howsoy in the chat says that Riley should be a loser in perpetuity.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it. Speaking of the chat, Logical's trying to jump in. Logical.
Well, I was just kind of wondering, and Sean, correct me if I'm wrong, but it seemed to me that team introduced a bit of a red herring here, because we've been discussing the stupid between Riley and JM Truth. And then all of a sudden he brings in a third party after not really presenting the mountain of evidence that we've been providing for Riley's stupidity.
Obfuscation is key.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. JM's got this little tiny molehill of stupid that's really sharp peaked. He came on the scene really quick, made his little puddle of stupid there. But Riley's been building this mountain day after day, and he's got the Himalayas at this point.
Oh yeah.
When you build a mountain in the shape of the Dumbfuck of the Year trophy, it kind of tells people that you're trying to win Dumbfuck of the Year. I believe it helps his relevancy on the internet, and I believe he wants it for that reason.
Maybe there should be, you know,
Ooh.
it's coming up to 2020. There should be some kind of lifetime achievement award to stupidity.
Well,
Exactly.
you have to remember that I finally figured out what Riley's motivation for being a flat earther is. Has nothing to do with money, has nothing to do with popularity on YouTube. He wants to be remembered. He wants to place his name in the history
Done.
book.
I mean,
Big
and let's face
time.
it, I've got 2 t-shirts with Riley's face on and a little clay statue of him. So
Oh, we lost you, team.
Well, I tell you what,
No,
I'll jump in
that
because I
wasn't me.
don't.
Yeah, go for it, monkey.
I don't want that fucking wank spanner brain dead warrior to win it because of that reason. If he wins that, he is so fucking dumb. He'll boost his ego to the max.
That's why I want him in
He's
second until the end
already
of time.
big enough. The fucking penis.
see, I think if he wins it, it will give him the incentive to do something so stupid that it outstupids everything that he's ever done before, thus giving me enough
Absolutely.
content for another year of videos.
Very
Well,
true.
If
Crack on,
we don't
Riley.
switch, hold on, guys, hold on. If we don't switch over to Amy for some viewer responses, we're gonna get killed. Amy, it's your floor here. Sorry.
That's okay. Thank you. Ash Scott says, didn't Riley tell the college that he doesn't want any help? He's got a goal in mind and he's thought it through. Maybe he just thinks it's an epic troll.
I'll address
Mr.
that.
Victories.
I'll
Okay.
address that. Riley, when he first started this whole GoFundMe for his thesis, he actually had one person mentoring him from the college. He was asking for his professors to help him out with his paper. And then when his first draft got rejected, all of that seemed to go away. And now he's got the narrative that he doesn't want help. He had help from the beginning, and he still fucked it up.
Uh-huh. So
Big
that's
time.
what that was. Okay. And then Mr. Victory says, so I support the use of penguin truth wedgies on flat earth.
Yep.
Very good pause.
Exactly. Blue Marble Science says, Team Skeptic, if you go along with the distance the radio waves have traveled, EME bounce is twice the distance. Granny Benswick says, vote JM Truth for Defodi or you're dumb as Riley. Janie says, Kyle is not going to win if I have anything to do with it. And then Jane Doe says, I'm not voting for Kyle. It's Defodi, not Pasodi, as in piece of shit of the year.
Oh, man.
I know.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Wow. I love it.
I love it too. I think that's great.
Good one,
And then
Jane.
Off the
Good
Hook.
one.
Exactly. Off the Hook says neither will be around next year. Neither are even smart enough to remember how to breathe or how to look both ways. I'm surprised they even survived this long.
Oh,
Well,
hey, speaking of Off
okay.
the Hook, I just want to give a shout out to Off the Hook. Hope everything's doing good and you're all feeling all good and better now. You know, I haven't heard lately, but you know, all shout outs to you right now. Absolutely. Go, Amy. Sorry.
That's okay. No, that's no problem. I hope she's well as well. I've missed her. Ugly German Truth says Kyle simply should be forgotten, never be named again. He's not even worthy of a
Kyle
dumb
who?
fuck. He's just exactly.
Very hard.
He's just a petty crook.
I want to address one of those. I want to address one of those donation comments right there because,
You
and
do.
Sean will back me up on this. Okay. They said, well, both of them, neither one of them will be around next year. And I know it was a joke based on, you know, their stupidity and not being able to remember to breathe. But it really does play on something that is true. I don't think JM Truth will be around next year. I think that if he is, he'll be such an insignificant figure that he really won't make any appearances. No one's going to want to talk to him. I mean, he's getting blacklisted left and right out of the flat earth community. And Riley, on the other hand, and this is where Sean will back me up, this year is nothing special for Riley. He's just become more known because there's more people that are saying this. He's been doing this for years now.
I'm going to disagree with you because he keeps raising the bar on stupid.
Yeah, and we also have to
It's not-
remember we're closing out a decade here. So next coming year, we could actually get Riley for dumb fuck of the decade.
Yeah.
But Sean,
Riley's not doing more of the same. He's making new stupid up as he goes.
But agree with me or disagree with me here. Is this year's stupidity enough to make him not be around next year?
Actually, some of his claims have been getting some flack from flat earthers, so it's very possible.
You are trying so hard. You're going to try hard. I need an intellectual honesty from you, Sean. I don't
Hey,
need.
you asked me an opinion. You said that JM's getting too much flack from flat earthers. Anthony's actually starting to hit that bar too. His claims are becoming so outrageous. Some flat earthers are starting to say, "What the hell is this dude talking about?"
He was arguing with Have No Sphere in his comments about one of his claims. I can't remember what it was, but the Have No Sphere guy was saying that he's lost a lot of support because of the stupid things that he's saying, and they'll seem to think he's some kind of shill, like controlled opposition. I mean, it's hard to be that
big
stupid.
time.
There's absolutely no way that the government ever hires somebody that fucking stupid.
I know, right?
To push a narrative. Okay. No fucking way.
So we've, obviously, me and you have been saying that JM and Riley should be the top ones, but who are going to be the other people that are nominated this year? What other flat earthers have been saying stupid shit?
Joey Rocha.
Well, yeah, Joey Rocha is dumb as fuck.
But he puts out, but he's dumb. He's dumb regularly though. He goes into people's live chats and says stupid shit.
He's in the chat right now, saying Joey Rocha better than FTFE. You thirsty, Joey? You can't stay away from me, mate.
Kidding, man. Oh my god.
And again, if you've got 19, if you've got a 19 pack, you probably need to see a doctor. That sounds like a tumor of some kind.
Bro, that sounds like about about 7 tumors.
Yeah, it's not right, man.
we got Dead Kennedy in space trying to get in here. Dead Kennedy.
I just had a pardon me. I just had a I wanted to bring something up that will kind of further the case for JM for Dumbfuck of the Year.
Good luck.
It's it's about a 20-second clip that I made, and I put it on Twitter and only on Twitter, and it got 1.4K views on Twitter, and I was shocked at that. And Taddy has that lined up apparently, and if we could play that, I think it'll get a laugh out of everyone.
When I said you guys should come on, I said that you had to vote for Riley. What the fuck's happening?
Hey, you listen, everybody, do not pay attention to Fight the Flat Earth's fucking interruptions. Please pay attention very closely. Go ahead, Taddy.
Here we go, folks. Your hopes works.
So, Mandelbrot set just asked this question for JM about electrostatic force. If you think that's what gravity is, wouldn't putting an object in a Faraday cage then negate the electrostatic force causing gravity?
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
Hold on, I got to go see. Hold on. What is that?
I can send you a link to that team if you want. It's
please.
Mandelbrot set asks JM if gravity is actually electromagnetism, why don't things float in a Faraday cage? And JM just shuts down.
It looks like his soul drops out.
I've seen that, yeah.
Well, I'm going to counter that if you give me a few minutes to pull up my video.
Sure. Hey, while you're pulling that up, we've got a couple of donations that need to be read off here. I'm just scrolling through the list here because we're already lost in the shuffle.
Thanks, guys, for donating, by the way. I've turned off super chats for today, so if you do want to super chat, then please do it to this link in the chat now. And money will go straight to the Shills instead of me for today because they're taking over the show. This is their show, so they should get the tips. So I'd love it when you super chat me, but please today do that for the Shills in this link in the chat now.
Keep in mind that with every donation, Dick Dawson will send you a dick pic.
Yeah, and the thing is, he doesn't stop either.
I'm lining them up right now, baby. These are real-time shots. You've got no idea.
I mean, he does alarm services and everything, you know.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're bringing it right to your front door with hardcore. Well, actually, it's softcore, but you know what I mean? This is Dick coming at you. 3D, virtual reality, augmented reality in your face action.
And demonetized.
So we got Sean Machine donated $3. Thank you, Sean. Are you all on no Prad base? I just joined. What's the DEF CON level? Well, right now we're at 3 because we're debating against JM and Riley for Dumbfuck of the Year. So you know we are at the highest level of alert that could be done. Absolutely, positively. And we've got Chris Hugan donated $3.43. Loving the show. Well, thanks, man. That's awesome. Awesome. Unbelievable. We love that.
Right.
Ugly German Truce jumped in with $3.14. Take the pies. Use the symbol for pie, right? You gotta, like that's Ugly German Truce. This guy is one of the best, the absolute greatest people in this community. We love him. Kevin, do you want to take a couple from me here?
No, I don't. I was eating.
Oh, okay. Bella Charge donated $1.90. There is a problem with that. With that, Sean, if Sleeping Warrior keeps getting second, he will take out Dumb Fuck of the Year for the decade when it is finally drawn. Oh, Sean, there's a point there.
He'll get second for that too. I can guarantee it.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Because, there's been many times in like Formula One auto racing where the guy who plays second the most ends up taking the title.
Well, that's not a point system, though. It's a whole new,
in the chat.
If Red does a dumb fuck of the decade, it's going to be you're going to vote for who's the best dumb fuck of the decade because it's going to be all the previous winners. So if he never wins, he's not on that list anyway.
I'm all for next year. I'm all for next year giving the first 8 months. Just give every fucking flat earther a point system. Every time someone says something, we'll just have a fucking whoa.
You know what?
Yeah.
I agree with Team right now.
A race for the dildo. That's what we'll call it. A race for the dildo.
So if we start them all on 50 points, and then if they do a real stupid video, we give them extra 5. If they do a rubbish video, we take some off and see where they'll stand at the end.
And see, if a bunch of us creators band together, we could put this as a little thing in the top left of the corner. We could get Beaver, Ragical, we got Team, we got Fight, we got the Shills here and all the individual channels. We could all keep running totals, and then we could just do a simple, what's it called there? The free website. We could throw one of those up, and we could have a running total that people could go and check as the year unfolds, starting in January.
I'll just do this. As it stands right now, if we were to hold a dumb fuck of the decade right now, somebody in the chat has already predicted who would win, and I agree with this because it's
Jaronism.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Boob.
I think it's a good idea. We do have one more chat to shout out. Sean Machine donated 103. Buddy, you are the cat's ass. We love it. Absolutely, positively. Please come and check us out over on our channel. New and improved stupid, brought to you by Riley. I love it. He's really got the lines. This guy's good.
if I can interject, I believe Taddy's in control of what's being shown on stream. Am I correct in that?
Yes.
Taddy, I gave a link with a timestamp of 2 minutes and 5 seconds in the side chat here.
Yeah.
Just for my example of the kind of stupid that Anthony likes to bring forth.
Now, as he prepares that, I would like to ask you for clarification on something, Dick. You just said that all the content creators, if they all banded together, correct?
Yes.
You use the wrong word. It's not banded. It's abandoned. If all the content creators abandoned together, then we would be able to do something like you described.
I love it. I love it, man. Well said. And since we did all those chat shout outs, if I don't turn to Amy for the regular comments and questions from the viewers, I'm going to get killed. Amy, it's your floor, honey. Take it.
Thank you. I have Ugly German Truce who says, Kyle, I already read that one. Sorry. So we'll go to Mr. Victory. It says, okay, I hate hearing Riley's name here. My daughter's name is Riley, and she hears it and goes, no, Sleepy Warrior, not Riley.
I'm so sorry for your daughter.
Oh, fucking, that's terrible.
Little Riley is listening. Come on, guys, let's give little Riley her favorite thing.
Hey, Riley.
Hi, Riley.
Nothing like a herd of bell cows on the still.
That's right, for baby Riley. Sleepy Dan says, is Riley's mountain a purple dildo?
Yes.
Yes. Ash Scott says, a man who pisses on their rail once is dumber than a man who walks into doors every day. And then Jay Sherman says, so Riley is a Susan Lucci of flat earth? Off the Hook says, Off the Hook says maybe we can split the trophy between the two, kind of like how both of them put together barely equal one brain, half a trophy.
Riley will get the shaft. JM Truth can get the balls.
Big hairy one.
That's right.
Riley can go fuck himself, and JM Truth can have a real set of balls to look at.
I was gonna say we all know that he needs that after he got his clip a couple days ago.
Like, I genuinely think someone should write some kind of sitcom where the characters are just flat earthers doing what flat earthers do, because that shit would be hilarious. I'd watch that all day long.
Oh, that would be an Emmy Award winner.
That would be great. Slave One says allegedly Dave should win Piss Drinker of the Year. And then gross.
He's been teaching Riley.
Yes. Mr. Victory says, I thought Joey Rocha was a third-rate hooker motel. Athens 619 says, tell the guys Bob and Jism are still backpedaling, and the either is now called the Higgs field. Granny Jen says JM Truth should win because he was too stupid to realize Shelley is smarter than him and would figure it out eventually and walk away. And then we have another flat earther apparently.
If you look at her face in that little casino video, it's like she has a moment where she's just like when she turns around and walks off, where she's like, okay, this is it. I'm finally doing what I've been telling myself to do for the past 3 months. Just walk away from this jackass. Just leave it all behind. And she just turns around and walks away. He never sees her ever again. His heart is broken.
I got a question. What do you get? What do you get if you put Anthony Riley and allegedly Dave in the same room?
One full.
Hey, hold on. Hold on. And now I'm gonna do the second part of that. Hold on. He just did the first part. I
didn't do that. I didn't do that. That was somebody else. I think that was
me. Whatever.
John, for the love of God, man.
Listen,
that's
guys,
the
hold on.
kind of shock humor that can kill an old man. Take it easy on me.
Listen, I know my mic is really loud right now, so let me do the second. Let me do the pissy, but the allegedly Dave part. Here it is. After the Anthony Riley part, here comes the allegedly Dave part.
You're close, but the actual answer is a deformed human centipede.
He enjoyed it. I heard it.
Sorry, we had to go all ASMR for a second.
We better turn to Dead Kennedy in space. He's got a few donations to call out.
Yeah, for sure. Before I do the super chats, really quickly, I saw another comment that really cracked me up. FTFE, the name of the sitcom, it would be 15 Degree Drift.
Boom.
That's it. Awesome.
Trademarked FTFE Incorporated.
Patent pending.
Yeah, I'm on it, buddy. I'm on it.
We had a $5 donation from Casual Spaceman. I can see a beautiful friendship happening between the Shills and SOS here. By the way, I am now an official Professor Phil fanboy, according to some.
Boom.
And I agree with you guys.
How good was that show? If you guys saw the show with Professor Phil on the other night, I fucking loved that. That was one of my favorite shows I've ever done.
Did you see just a couple of days before our own Logical Troglodyte and Steaming Cup of Reason had Professor Phil on their show Logic and Reason, which will be coming to the Shills for our new network rollout that's coming out soon. We got some really big announcements coming. You guys are going to love it. Nice. But Professor Phil is just the absolute bee's knees. This guy is amazing.
Yeah, I enjoyed his.
He's amazing.
You know, here, what I enjoyed about him is the way he described things with such a matter of fact that it's like he knows that y'all can't debunk this shit.
Yeah. See, I've got mixed feelings on Professor Phil. I love him to death. I absolutely was infatuated to watch him talk. And I actually picked up a few things that I didn't know before. So I actually learned from him. It's a great aspect of that. And I love the fact that he's involved in all this, but I'm also disappointed in the fact that he's involved in all this because I really don't want to see people who get paid for being incredibly smart to come down here just to deal with the dumbasses in Flat Earth. So I've got mixed feelings on Professor Phil.
I understand your point, but it's nice to have an actual guy of that stature on our side fighting with us for a change instead of us having to just kind of probe them and stuff.
Yes.
And you know what? He's happy to do it because he gets annoyed at how stupid it is. And he genuinely worries about that spreading. And
yes,
I think my favorite part of that entire conversation was when he described, I forgot what he described, and he stopped and he turned around and he goes, "And that's how you do it, flatties." I was just like, I love this guy. I love him already.
That was when he described the connection between Einstein and Newton.
Oh yeah, that's right. When he did the simple equals PC and equals MC squared and combined the two equations. Yeah,
which I'm using in the future
I'm not
video.
sorry.
That was so
equals MC squared and equals PC. That's right.
Yeah, it was just beautiful, and like it's so matter of fact, and he doesn't have to think because he just knows these things to be fact. Yes. I do get your point, Sean. I do, but it's also nice for a change.
Yeah. Oh, it's great. I just wish that we didn't have to come to that.
No, I agree.
The flat earths are so easy to debunk that it doesn't take somebody who's got like many years of education under them to figure out this is bullcrap.
Yeah.
So
or like yourself, many years of debunking.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, how many times have you said this shit, Sean? How many times have you proved the same things over and over again to the point where, I mean, God forbid, but you're pulling your hair out? I mean, I'm a long hair too, right? So you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, I've never actively gone out and intentionally debunked this whole cold moonlight thing, but I've been having to deal with that for the last week. It's things that many people have already debunked, but they still keep pushing it forward. So now I'm actually going out there and doing it with equipment that I haven't seen other people use other than to take a picture of the moon, but not actually test whether the light from the moon is cold or not, which of course it's not.
Speaking of light, we had cut Dead Kennedy off while he was doing out some donation super chat reads, and we should cut back to him before I'm in trouble again because it just keeps happening tonight. It's your call, Kevin.
Speaking of light, that was the worst segue ever.
I
know. Burn.
Steve O'Bear donated $1 and said, Professor Phil Bell for King of the Shills. I like that. Cypher donated $3.43 and said, "I'm throwing my vote to JM. Please forgive me, Craig, but the Huff makes a great point that he deserves to be a loser in all perpetuity."
You're dead to me.
And we had Roini for $3.31. JM will be dumb fuck of the year. That's the plain truth. Oh wait. And Sean Machine donated $103 and said, "Response to FTFE. Here's a sitcom for you. Big flat theory."
Yeah. I mean, I'm not kidding, guys. I'm writing a script and I'm pitching this shit to Netflix.
How about Third Plate from the Sun?
Third Plate from the Sun.
I like it.
That's good.
Was that you and I that were talking about that? Yeah, that was, Fight. Me and you were just talking about this like 2 hours ago.
Yeah, like having a TV show about it, like a game show or something.
Yeah. Doing like a whole thing of it. Like, what did I say? I said we should go out there, pitch it, go out there.
Oh yeah, to Netflix.
Producer
like,
budget.
Actually get them to
do a show and
SOS.
send it, exactly. Do a show and send it to them.
But I think the sitcom idea would be great as well. Just get flat earthers flat earthing. So many good names for it.
Oh, that's what it was, because we were discussing JM Truth saying that he was going to be paying all the money he took out against the production with the out of the profits of the movie. And I was like, well, that is a legit thing. I mean, when he says that, believe me, he's not just making that part up. That's what productions do. That's part of the budget. When you take something out again, that's not, let's say you don't have a plan for it, right? And a new personal expense comes up that you really need to take care of in order for you to keep moving forward with producing the movie. Well, a lot of times they'll pull out of the budget for that personal expense to be taken care of just so you can finish the movie, but you're expected to pay that personal expense back. You don't like in recording and music recording. If you get a deal, they give you all the money, but they don't give you the studio time. They give you the money so that you can go get the studio time. Then at the end of once your record drops and you make all the money on the back end and then it comes back. Well, when that comes back, it comes back minus the money they've already given you. They don't give you the money right back with that money on top. So he's right when he says that. The whole idea is, would that video have made any money? That's where the question really comes up. And while I can agree with Fight the Flat Earth, that movie will not sell a goddamn dime on Amazon, on fucking anywhere else. What it could do, and where there is potential, is if there's enough production quality in it and it's quirky enough, then they can sell it to like Amazon Prime as part of their feature to show and receive royalties through that. They could sell it to Netflix like Behind the Curve did. Netflix has a whole bunch of quirky shit like that on it. I mean, there's lots of avenues to get to make money on that film. But the thing is that, you know, looking back at JM Truth's quality, was the quality going to be good enough to sell? Probably fucking not.
No.
So he was using the production funds to fund his life, with the excuse that he knows that other producers or other, you know, artists use, but fully knowing that he would never get to that point to be able to qualify where he's going to pay that back. That's how movies lose money. They shell out money up front and they don't make enough back on the back end of ticket sales and DVD sales and whatnot. So then they just end up losing money that way. And they still they still keep all the money they can, because they just don't pay, you know, they're not going to pay the actor twice. So they've already paid the actor. They've already paid for all the expenses. They just take back what they can. And if what they take back is less than what they shelled out, they've lost money. That was going to happen with that Flat Earth movie.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There was no way but down with that. Come on. And the, you know, the whole thing with bringing in the celebrity and stuff on the other film and whatnot. Come on. That was obvious, just to, you know, get it. The studio wanted the buzz. They didn't give a shit about the content.
But it's
Right?
like the
Obvious.
Globe Light tour as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's just falling flat on its fucking face.
Oh my
Cancelled
goodness.
Even that. Listen, I'm telling you, there is a market right now for us to just document our lives. If we had a camera walking around and we did like a series where we traveled the you know, country, and we interviewed each other live with great production quality, and we sent it to a real editor to put it together properly with music and you know, lower thirds and all this, all of it looking real professional, somebody out there would buy it, because people will watch something like that. But it has to be good quality. It's just like we see the chat in there. They're saying they got Ancient Aliens on fucking Netflix. They've got Freemason conspiracy theories on. All these are shit that just won't fucking sell. I mean, the Ancient Aliens might sell, you know, at like a movie. They might sell some stuff, but the other ones we're talking about, we usually won't sell on, you know, when you purchase per title. But when you're paying a subscription fee, you might dedicate an hour of your life to watching that film then, because you've already paid for it.
I do have one burning question.
So
one burning question has been bothering me ever since the Shills became a show. And Dick, don't take this the wrong way, but I really have to know. Okay. I know you started out as a DJ, so you've developed this radio-esque voice over many years. I am absolutely curious what you sound like without the radio inflection.
You don't want to know, man.
Oh, that's funny.
It would be hilarious if that was just him all the time.
I know.
At the bank, at this point, it might be. I'd like a withdrawal, please.
At this point, here's the thing. At this point, it actually might be because he's used that voice so long.
Yeah,
I'm just curious what he sounded like before he developed that voice.
Yeah, that's part of it. So how it works is I got out of high school and went into audio engineering school. And after a couple of years, I went right on tour with rock and roll bands, playing guitar and singing backup vocals and stuff. So I kind of got the big, long voice from that. And then I went back to audio engineering school after to complete the second year. And that's when we did FM radio and whatnot. And I learned that whole production front side where you go, oh, yeah, here we go. We're going into this now, ladies and gentlemen, or with all that bullshit or whatever, right? But I do speak with the big drawing from the lungs and the big diaphragm all the time now. It is kind of the thing. That's how it works.
Okay.
You know,
it's not entirely true though. I have heard you without doing it, and you've heard Cartman from South Park, right? That's pretty much sick when he's not putting it on.
A lot of people don't understand. A lot of people don't understand when I'm talking about that radio inflection. It's like all of your words are syllabled together. Your vocal cords never actually stop.
That's right. That's right.
And that's very, very interesting.
Very much, right?
And I was just curious if there's any footage of you or recording of you out there before you develop this. I'm really curious to see what your natural voice actually sounds like.
Well, a couple of the guys on the Shills, Andy Flatter was just about to say, they've heard me when I'm like, kind of in, down in normal mode when my son's kicking around and I'm in parenting and I jump into a meet just to chat and whatnot. And it's not the same, is it, Flatter? You know what I mean, right?
Oh, bullshit. You do that shit even in a private chat. Who are you trying to kid?
Yeah.
You got the mouth that goes for days.
You're talking to him and it's the same. And he can get a little bit. And I'm like, yeah, man. It's cool. It's cool. He just.
No, I just want to clarify. I just want to clarify. I'm not saying that you're a fake in any way. This is something that you developed as a profession.
Yeah. So it turns out that I thought it's not there all the time, and my gang are telling me it actually is.
I'll be honest. I would love to be your kid and be woke up every morning when you walk into like, hey kids, time to get up. Today's weather outside is. You're probably going to want to carry a windbreaker with you because winds are picking up a little bit from the north to the south.
But hey, kids,
Big Mac. A Big
Skeptic,
Mac.
that's pretty much it. No, we better turn to Amy or I'm going to get killed again because it's time for some comments and questions.
It seems we may have a flat earther in the chat too. Chris Hansen, he says, at Team and FTFE, I have shown your vids to friends of mine and they cannot believe there are people that stupid and cannot see reality. I'm sorry guys, but that just come up and I just wanted you to see that. And then Corey Clark says stupidity doesn't even cover it. The level of disrespect it takes to disregard so much work put into the science behind it is just baffling as far as flat earth is concerned. King Kong Sex Dungeon says, can the trophy be a piss bottle? Carl Browning says, did y'all see Nathan Thompson badmouthing the FEIC gang and allegedly bailing on it? I suspect he was tossed. Teppo
Wait. Hold on.
Yeah, that was tossed salad. Go for it, team.
Did you say Nathan Thompson or JM Truth?
Nathan Thompson.
He said Nathan Thompson.
Nathan Thompson was booted from FEIC too now?
It seems that way from what I was just looking it up when I saw that in the chat. Remember how he was saying he was the second most important thing there?
Oh yeah.
Ouch.
They're getting
I got a correction from going critical too. I guess Chris isn't a Flerf. Sorry about that, Chris. And then Teppo Tolpui, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. He says he wants to see a mating of FEAJ and Red Pill. We might produce a singularity of stupid there.
I don't know about you, but I don't want to see that mating. Please don't ever make me watch that.
That would be true horror, I think.
Can you imagine the mating call? It's like, oh,
good lord.
Goes, they just doing
that would be horrible.
They have a fucking baby.
Now I've got the audio to get those visuals.
Oh my gosh. Brain bleach, quick. And Sean Smith said, how about QE for Defoe? And then Joey Roca was in the chat and he says, I love how he refers to himself by his full name. Joey Roca is a flat earth hero with a 19-pack.
Again, Joey, that's 7 tumors.
No.
You have issues.
At least 7, and that's if you're in peak physical condition. Otherwise, you probably are working with about 17 tumors.
He's a centipede.
We better. Go, Amy, go.
I'm sorry. Recovering Alabamian says, small correction to Team Skeptic. A studio finances a film in 90% of the cases, not a single person. A producer finds investors, is what she said.
Yeah. And
okay.
I guess more what I was saying was like if let's say somebody's in a position where they need to take a loan out against the film, they're at least in music they would do that. They can take loans out against a production. But they have to always pay it back when the company gets the money in for the distribution or whatever.
Yes.
And they always take out what they've already given to the artist. And the thing is that's how artists make money is they they decline deals like that because they save up what they do get from their first deals, and then they end up financing themselves. So if they have to take money out, they're taking it out against themselves, and all the profit that comes in is all the profit for themselves, and they just rely less and less on distribution. That's more from the music point of view, and that's the industry I was really more involved with. But I do want to say, Dick, that when we were driving in, when I was driving in, I told you guys I had to go pick up my kid before we started the show. I had this on in the car, and when you started talking, he said something about your voice. He was like, "Oh, that guy has a really cool voice," and I was like, "Yeah, that's." I said, "That's my boy Dick."
Damn right, man. And you know it well. I wouldn't be on this show or doing any of this if it wasn't for you, my friend. It was the whole.
Hey, and I told you, I want you to do, like, I'm dead serious. I want you to be part of our Science or Satire intro, and we're going to have to talk about that more offline because I want to get some details to you and just have you do a unique intro, just a real quick 30-second voice intro to every one of our shows. I think you have an amazing voice for that, and I think we could all have a bunch of fucking fun with it, and we could continuously support your channel that way as well.
I would absolutely say right now, I would love to do that because tonight on Science or Satire, that would be some real fun. And Dead Kennedy
now that I know
something here.
Now that I know that you like it that much, I am going to take that away from you and charge you to do that, to have that honor. Thank you.
On one condition, Skeptic, I get to play with it in my audio program.
There you go. There you go. That works for me. Absolutely. We can do a dual team effort on it.
We'll have Dick Dawson, the fourth chipmunk.
We got to turn to Dead Kennedy. He's been waiting a while here.
I was going to get back to the super chats, but before I do, just because I've remembered here that we're on FTFE's channel, and FTFE gets a lot of trolls for whatever reason. They love to come by his channel.
Oh yeah,
we got Joey the Roach here, for God's sake. I just want to say, because I love ripping these people apart live on air, if any of you guys want to have a little discussion on what you think the shape of the earth on what you think the shape of the earth is, come over to my channel. It's Dead Kennedy in Space. I'll give you all the time you need to say all the dumb fuckery you need, and then I'll slap you down.
Kennedy?
Mm-hmm.
What, you mean to say that there's globe-denying fucktards in the chat? Because I'm not watching the chat.
There are indeed some globe-denying blank spanners in the chat.
There is actually these fucking ludicrously fucking dumb as fuck, stupidly fucked in their head, ridiculously fucking lost the plot, fucking delusional dorks that can't see basic reality. They're in the chat. What is wrong with you lot? Get a grip. Do you know
I'm
what?
disappointed in you, Monkey. There was only 4 fucks in that.
To yourself,
I know. Joey, at the end, you said,
I said to Joey.
Judd, listen, man. I'm going to tell you
breathe.
Sorry. You need to learn to take advantage of your opportunities better, because at the end you just said the dogs when you could have been like the fucking dogs, and you would have had an additional fuck in there. Me and Charles.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
You screwed the food.
It's not a true Jut brand unless there's 5 fucks in there.
Absolutely.
I think we could have showed for 6 or 7, but I think Steaming Cup of Reason could probably do that one. You're up, buddy.
Too, you know.
Yeah, I just wanted to go back to one of our donators who mentioned using Riley's piss bottle for a prize. And I think we should consider that. We intellectuals have the highest honor there is, the Nobel Prize. So for the dumb fuck flatties, we should make the Nodell Prize and use the piss bottle for that.
No, I'm the Nodell Prize.
Just have one N at the top and have a circle of O's engraved all the way around it to the bottom.
No.
Of course, we can also make it the Golden Del Cow.
Oh, the golden set of truck nuts. We better get back to Dead Kennedy quick, because he wasn't done the super chat shoutouts.
I never did get back to the super chats. Cypher donated $343 and said, "I'd like to announce NASA Black Site Area 69. We have the actual working flat Earth map, but no, we will not sell replicas. So stop bloody asking already.
That was meant for internal chat, I'm sure.
Love it.
Ixnay on the Asanay Axe site Blay. I'm not going to keep doing that.
Thank you.
Knockdown Wheel donated $10 and said we should induct Riley into the Dumbfuck Hall of Fame, where he will be referred to as the Dumbfuck, by which all other Dumbfucks are measured.
That's a good shout. That's a good shout.
Is that going to be called the Riley scale?
The Riley scale. Nice. We had I'm not sure how to say this. It's Sore as Hell. Sore as Hell donated $3.43 and said, "Thanks for the laughs, all of you. I'm in so much pain from illness and laughing my ass off." Don't laugh too hard. Don't hurt yourself.
No, we have to try harder. Make them die. Make them laugh so much they all die.
Yeah, we can do it. Come on, team. Let's do it.
And we had 1102 from Aremius. In my studying time, I probably was working on the GSI about nuclear physics. I've seen a lot of smart people, and now I currently see some people in YouTube like Truth/Riley/Oakley who think they are way smarter, and it hurts a lot. Yeah, that's something that kind of drives me nuts. I've figured out the truth, even though I'm some asshole in his garage.
But it's that they think that they are smarter than the greatest minds that humanity has ever produced, and they're so fucking confident in it that they even go as far to say things like Einstein was a fucking retard, didn't know what he was talking about. I mean, you can't even think on the same level that Einstein thought on. I mean, most of us can't even think on that level.
Yeah,
and yet they say that they know something that they couldn't, these great minds couldn't figure out, but they're the fucking smart ones. It's infuriating.
Go ahead,
Sean. Just to point out that I'm taller than Einstein, so if the Earth was flat, I was thinking at a higher level.
Just to point out, I want to point out something that a lot of people get wrong, and maybe not too many people will even understand what I'm talking about or the references I'm making. But when quantum mechanics first came out, Einstein fought against certain aspects of quantum mechanics, especially the Copenhagen interpretation.
Absolutely,
he really believed more in hidden variables. Now here's the thing. Because his belief was in a theory that was so provably wrong, the story behind Einstein has gotten kind of mixed up a little bit. They say, you'll hear a lot of people say that he just didn't get quantum mechanics, that he just refused to accept the Copenhagen interpretation of a collapsing waveform, which he did. He didn't accept that. He understood that the science was there, that it was a valid interpretation, but it wasn't the whole story, basically. And a lot of physicists will explain that story as to say that Einstein just couldn't wrap his head around it, when the truth of the matter is that Einstein was probably one of 5 or 6 people on Earth that actually understood quantum mechanics. He was just looking for the deeper hidden meaning as to what was going on, where everybody else was satisfied to stop at the Copenhagen interpretation and say, yep, this explains it. We can make predictions with it. Let's stop here.
Or
he want to stop there.
Or he was going for more of an M theory, string theory look to it, and he wasn't willing to separate the two theories. He wanted unification. Absolutely.
Or is he a retard that hijacked the aether and turned it into relativity to hide the truth?
No.
Are you sure?
And then
what the Flerfs say.
And then, hey, Misty Chamberlain asked a good question. She said, "Did you see Riley try and play it off as dog meds?" And she's talking about the urine stream. Now, see, I watched his video, and I kind of felt for him. I said, okay, maybe he really did give the dog medicine, right? So I went back and watched the original, though. It doesn't look like he looks down to the right like he's pouring something in a bowl. It looks like he's looking right down into his fucking penis.
Yeah.
Or looking for his penis.
He's actually changed the story 3 times. The first time was the day of the event. GeoStrebber actually talked to him on Skype and asked him about it, and he came up with a story that the clink that you heard was him pouring the bottle of water, and it clinked to the side of the metal pan that he was giving to his dog. Then it changed to he was pouring a bottle into a glass. And then when he finally outed himself as to publicly address this after Unirock and Team Skeptic were in a video together, it became he was mixing it in the first glass, then he poured it in the other glass to mix it more, and then he poured it into the bowl. So the story's changed 3 times. He's a pathological liar. He was outright taking a piss in the glass.
Yeah. It's all in the face he makes. It's all in the face. As the stream starts, there's that little twitch, that little the eye. He's fucking taking a piss.
Well, there's the moment on the live stream with Uni and Team, and you can hear the little clink, right? So that makes you doubt for a second. But I propose that he was pissing in the glass, and the table that he's sitting with his computer on has a metal frame to it, and the clink we heard was him bringing the glass up.
I've actually broken every single event in that video down. I've actually proposed this to Skeptic and Unirock as well. First thing he does is he lowers his chair by like 3 inches. That's that loud bump you hear and see the camera shake.
Exactly.
Next thing he does is he reaches with his right hand onto his lap, and you see him shift his weight a little bit. That's where he's pulling his pecker out of his shorts.
Sean, can you just say pecker again, please?
His pecker. Then he decides to.
Hey, I bet he has an innie. I bet he has an innie. I bet he needed to push down on it to get it to poke out just a little bit. He had to push down on the skin around it.
After he decides to free willy, he grabs with his right hand his coffee cup that he was drinking his tea out of 40 minutes earlier off the right side of his desk. He pees into that, starts to notice that he's filling it up, so he grabs the rum glass from his right side, puts the coffee cup in his left hand, grabs the rum glass with his right, pours the coffee cup into his rum glass, puts the rum glass back on the desk to his right, and then proceeds to finish out peeing in the first coffee cup. And then he puts that on the desk to the right. Then he puts that cup off to the table on his right. He doesn't put it down. He puts it off to the right. And then with his left hand, he readjusts his shorts to hide Mr. Willie.
Put that toothpick away, son. Nobody wants to see that shit in public.
He should just be prepared for the streams properly, like everyone else is. Don't wear pants and sit on a bucket. God, it's not difficult.
Or just get a bigger cup.
Yeah.
Too funny.
Leave me alone. I'm baiting.
Amy's got some stuff from the chat for us here. Amy, your turn.
Thank you. Yes, I've got some good ones here. Corpus Defectus says, here goes. Why not Delano Edwards for Defodi? I mean, he got the best arguments ever for FE. Earth is not a ball. Now you suck mine. Sandwell Junction. Yeah, exactly. Sandwell Junction says, "Because we please crowdfund a series where Flerfs try and find the edge of the world." And then the Athens says, Joey believes volcanoes are fake, but he lives in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Man Devil says
mental illness.
Exactly. Man Devil says 8 golden shower heads and a flat heart in a pear tree.
I gotta read one.
Okay.
I gotta read one from Ugly German Truth. He just said it. That gives a whole new meaning to stream analytics.
Ouch. I love it. Patty Somerville says Del the Twat is my local best flathard. His channel's gladly barely worth watching, as he now just resorts to definitions while being an offensive twat. I called him out many times, asked to meet a few years ago also. I may bump into him soon though. And then Athens 619 says Oakley is 100% Poe. He just wants the money. And
Yes.
Mr. Victory says, yes, he is. I think so.
Yeah.
Mr. Victory says, sorry if anyone who isn't a professional wrestler that talks about himself deserves the bird, because Mr. Victory says so. And it's talking about Joey Roca.
Yeah.
Referring to himself in the third person.
Oh, that's awesome.
Thank you.
Oh, right on. I've been holding one back. Bruce Wolford asked
Riley
in
held
the
one
chat.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, Bruce Wolford was asking in the chat if I could say a couple of lines for him, so I'm going to pull it off here. So the first one was previously on Babylon 5, right? Because he wanted Babylon 5 in. But then the next one is next week on Flatardia, Nathan proves he's an idiot by debunking himself. So there you go, Bruce. I finally got them in, buddy. No worries. All good. Sorry to train wreck that, everybody. Take it away here. Oh, we got a couple of shout outs in. Kevin, do you want to take them?
Pardon me. Sure. Let's see. We had another 343 from Cypher. Thank you, Cypher. Someone should point Riley to the How Ridiculous channel. They play with non-Newtonian fluids a lot.
Yeah.
Kind of not what you'd expect with his density BS. That's a very good point. Sean Machine just donated $1 and said, Sean Hufford just confirmed my suspicions that he's a damn bat and can use audio recordings to echolocate and create a spectrogram of the environment that the recording is done in. OMG.
You would be surprised what surround sound gives you.
And oh, sorry, never mind. Did I miss one?
More,
Oh, this one. KC Tile Guy donated $5 and said, "This is for the idiocracy quote. That's the world we're heading to." Yeah,
I love
Idiocracy. I'm baiting.
Idiocracy was not supposed to be a documentary, but goddamn.
My question about Riley.
Surely.
My question about Riley and his little lame excuse was, why didn't he just say it was Nathan's microphone that picked it up?
Because he's dumb as fuck.
You missed the joke, dude. You were so out of the loop.
Oh, no good. Not a nice mental image.
Can I just say, picking up on one of them comments, it reminds me of when those dumbasses say, "Oh yeah, how do we know there's like what's in the center of the Earth?" You know, even if because it's not a globe anyway, we've only drilled so far down. Like X-rays, not a thing. Not do we use X-ray, but I mean, there's an example of looking beyond.
Well, it's propagation of PNS waves in like
Exactly. You know, there are other ways that we look beyond without having to just drill into it.
PNS waves.
Don't ask Anthony about P waves, man.
P waves.
Someone in the chat asks, "Does FTFE have a cartoon avatar yet?" Yeah, they made me one for this. And you know, I wish I looked like that, and so does my wife.
I'm still waiting.
So do we all.
I would say from a quantum mechanics standpoint, Anthony Riley's P wave function collapsed into a stream.
Can I just say we've got a few keen amateur astronomers on the panel, haven't we? And
absolutely,
and certainly in the chat watching and people that will watch this. I don't know if any of you on the panel have heard of KIC 9832227.
Oh yeah, I was just reading about it the other day.
Yeah, do you know
I know exactly what you're on about. Yeah, everyone knows that.
You may you may recognize it when I go on. It's a contact binary star system, about 30-something light years away, and it's got an orbital period of about 11 hours, so it's going pretty quickly. And for those of you that think we'd feel it, you dumb as fuck, globe-denying fucktards, we wouldn't. All right? Unless it's sped up or slowed down, we wouldn't feel it. Anyway, getting back, this thing, or this contact star system, within the next 5 years, which astronomically is like instant, is going to implode into one another, and it will be a red nova, and we will be able to see it with the naked eye. So I ask you, stupid globe-denying, space-denying fuckwits, explain that when they predict something like that, and then, hey, presto, suddenly we can actually see something that's been fucking predicted.
You know what a flat earther is going to say, right? You know, you look at the sky to prove the shape of the Earth.
I'm not trying to. Yeah. Well, fuck you. I'm not trying to prove the shape of the Earth.
But you're just affirming the consequence, aren't you?
You moron. You want to think otherwise? That's your fucking problem, not mine.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Them morons.
No worries. Blue Marble Science wants to get me to do a little line here. So, it's blue, right? You got to do it out. So this
Wait,
one's
we're
for
doing
you,
line?
Blue. Yeah. Well, no.
that kind of
vocal,
show?
Yeah. Jesus Christ, I got to watch what I say here. So this one's for you, Blue. This one's for you. Riley, the ultimate nitwit, going where stupid has never gone before. A little TOS there. I love it. Awesome. Good shout, Blue. Right on.
TOS, you did it in the Picard voice, though. You gotta.
I had to go with what I know. Right? But I know where he was going with it. I can't do Picard. I could probably do Khan or something like that, but that's about all I got, right?
Then that would be Kirk.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh man.
How can you get them mixed up?
Well, here we were like, the basis of the night has been Riley or JM. So now I bid the entire panel, everyone on this fucking show right now, and I'm going to go from top to bottom. Is it going to be Riley or is it going to be JM? We're going to start with our future compadre, the guy who's always in the future, fucking us up, never knows what goddamn day the week it is. Anti-flatter. Is it JM or is it Riley? What's your sound off?
Well, I've got a problem. Right now, I'm sitting there trying to say who I want to say, but I have some crazy Russian with an AK-47 here trying to tell me otherwise. So until I give Yuri his vodka, I may have to come back to you.
Well, why don't we give Yuri the floor for a minute? Bring Yuri on. What's he got to say?
God damn it.
Come on. Let it happen. It's all right.
Good, Dick. It is enjoyable to talk to you again.
Yuri, the question of the night is JM Truth or Riley dumb fuck of the year? Yuri Alexi, what do you got to say?
Neither. You're missing important person. True dumb fuck of year is anti-flatter. You motherfucker.
Yuri, how can you say that? You guys are buddies. Come on, what's going on over there?
Yeah, don't have to worry about that fucking Russian anymore. Fuck's sakes. But all seriously, look, Riley is stupid enough and is trying to be stupid enough to win dumb fuck. That's why I want JM to win it.
Get out.
Oh, that's a good point. Right? Effort versus honesty, right? Effort versus honesty. I like your approach. How about you, Jutmonk, the drunk monkey? Is it JM or is it Riley for dumb fuck of the year? Let's hear the monkey.
Well, listen up, right? I mean, Riley, I don't completely buy him. There's still a small part of me that thinks that he is having his own little laugh at everyone's expense, us and those globe-denying fucksticks. And even his mates who know him in real life laugh at his bollocks and they go about their day and he's not a flat earther. But with JM fucking diarrhea for brains, this guy, right, really is a fucking idiot. He's full of shit. He lies, but he's convinced he hasn't lied for 4 years. He told me that himself, and I think Logical was there. He told us all, didn't he, Logical? Was it 4 years he hadn't?
Yeah, he did.
Is that what he said? I haven't told a lie for 4 years.
Which just kind of fucked up his whole running there.
So, and I think he really is a fucking stupid idiot. I mean, the guy has fucking made up technology for things he doesn't even believe in. Yeah, they've got anti-gravity devices, which proves that, like, gravity doesn't exist, but I don't believe in gravity anyway, so how can you have an anti-gravity fucking device in something you don't believe in, you fucking idiot?
They honestly think that a helium balloon is an anti-gravity device. Okay.
Oh, they fucking drive me
how
insane,
does my helium
mate.
balloon deny gravity? It literally doesn't, you fucking moron.
Oh, when I jump, I fucking deny gravity.
Oh my god.
Therefore, gravity can't exist. Oh, hang on a minute. I fell back to the earth.
Who was it that was jumping in on the beach to prove gravity wasn't real? A flat Earth asshole, wasn't it?
They're all fucking assholes.
Yeah, true.
Sorry, did that come out? I still thought I was thinking inside my own little head then for a moment.
They
Yeah,
are what their
well-
breath smells like.
Good thoughts, right? Well, what about you, Barman? Is it JM or is it Riley? Put it on the line right now. How is it gonna be, brother?
Oh God, my vote would have to go to JM for the simple fact I don't think Riley deserves to ever get first place on anything. Because yes, we know he's a fucking moron, but first place, no, that's too good for him. If we give him a -1 place, so not even first, above that, but not give him anything for it, I'd fucking go for that and just say, no, you're too fucking stupid and you won't understand the fucking irony of it, that you're so fucking stupid you don't deserve to win the stupidness, because just fucking no. Give it to JM, and then at least we can forget about JM, and then we can keep picking on Riley for second place for the next 10 years. He can
It's
win
not
it
a
in
bad show.
2033. That's when he can win it.
It's a good show, man. I love it. Awesome. And Steamy Cup of Reason. JM Truth or Riley? Big decision brewing, brother. Where are you laying down on this?
Well, you know, I would really like to see Riley take it simply because of the level of weapons grade stupid that oozes out of every orifice in that dipshit's head and fucking body. But I got a feeling JM's going to take it.
I hate all of you.
I am not kidding.
No,
Listen, I'm not kidding. I have literally, you guys just won over me. Like, I will forever
Where's that end
tell my
stream
children.
button? Hold on.
I will forever tell my children about the Shill Show.
We love it. So, speaking of which,
I just want to be clear. Fight.
Yeah,
I'm with you. I want to see fucking Riley take it, but I don't know. There's something in me that just. I got James. I think James is gonna squeak by.
I'm working on my new Riley video. It will be out either tomorrow or Monday, and I might sway you because there's just so much stupid all of the time.
now we have a resident. We have a resident author in the group, and for those watching that are, new to the Shills, check out our channel, and in the links you will see Dead Kennedy in Space. Kevin Kennedy has some books up on Amazon. Now I'm turning to Dead Kennedy here because he has just ripped Riley's paper apart. Kevin, is it going to be JM or is it going to be Riley? Dumb fuck of the year. Lay it on the line.
You know, Riley's paper is so many different levels of stupid depending on what he intended to do, whether or not he actually thought this was a legitimate attempt to slip flat earth into a university, or he was just trying to con people for a GoFundMe, or like whatever angle he took with that paper, it's so stupid no matter what. Even if he was conning people, he did it badly because he left evidence of it everywhere. If he wasn't conning people, he did it badly because the thing is written worse than any kind of high school paper. I think it's got to go to Riley because of the immense levels of dumbfuckery that thesis represents.
Stars for a soda filler.
Yeah, I knew
also,
you were going to come down on that because that is. It was so bad. I mean, there's grade 8 students looking to get into high school in Canada right now, reading that going, wow, you're one dumb motherfucker. Like, that is pathetic stuff.
And one other thing, just because of this quote, Riley has to win. When someone asked him that famous question, if a triangle has sides of 1, 1, and 1, what are the internal angles? And Riley says, I swear to God, let me get a triangle calculator.
No, come on, it gets worse than that, because then whilst trying to use the triangle calculator, his then next response is, well, this triangle calculator doesn't do it, so either you're wrong or the calculator is broken.
Oh my God.
Hold on. No, listen. But that is easily overshadowed by JM Truth arguing live that 10 to the negative 17th is a negative number. In fact, Let me pull out my calculator and show you right here. You guys,
team
10 times
no,
negative 17 is a
I will-
negative number.
I see your
Oh
10
my
to the
God.
negative 17, and I raise you the wrong focal.
I see your wrong folk. Hold on. I see your wrong focal, and I raise you that Coulomb's law was derived, or that Newton's law was derived from Coulomb's law.
I see your Coulomb's law being derived from Newton's law, and raise you. Time isn't an independent variable, but the passage of time is.
Jesus, how do you fuckers remember this?
I see. Oh, trust me, we have this memorized. I see your time is not an independent variable, but the passage of time can be considered an independent variable. And I raise you. Oh, fuck. I just forgot what I was going to say because I didn't remember.
You fucking dork.
And I raise you that centripetal is a word that physicists have added in the past 15 to 20 years.
I see your centripetal
said.
acceleration is a word that physicists added in the last 50 years, and raise you density is a force.
I see density is a force, and I raise you that the space is impossible because space is a vacuum and the sun is on fire. In a vacuum, there's no oxygen, so you can't have the sun on fire.
Okay, I got a question right now for Sean Hufford. How the fuck do you get these guys to stop, Sean? What the fuck? Jutmonk, you better jump in before it's all done and over, buddy. It's Jutmonk.
I remember when Oakley, was it Oakley? I'm sure it was fucking Oakley, that child slapping shit for brains. Convert meters into kilometers.
Yeah, that one works.
Oh, fuck me. Logical, you're up, buddy.
Yeah, I'm still pulling for Riley. I don't care how much Team threatens to unsub my channel. He's not subbed to me anyway, so fuck him as far as I'm concerned. But there is just such a preponderance.
Unsub link to Logical Troglodyte and from both of them without going to their channel.
I want my chance to raise Team Skeptic here. I'm going to raise your sun on fire with the harvest moon is 10 times bigger than any other moon.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. Okay, now before we get to the host of the channel and the host of the show here, I want to get to Amy for a couple of comments. We're going to call out a few super chats, and then we're going to get to the actual hosts for why they vote the way they vote before we're done tonight. So, Amy, take it away, honey.
Oh, absolutely. TC Lucas says Leaky Warrior for Defoe 2019.
Yeah, baby.
Aniceto Maldonado says, can I put my nomination in for Defoe? I vote Daniel Pratt for third. Mandevil says, I think Riley is just pretending to be a flat earther, so if he ever becomes an attorney, he can put the logo, I convince people the earth is flat, so I can convince a court. Even you are innocent. Rick Schofield says, let's vote Riley for second place. He may get funnier. Cypher Zero says it's not a thesis, it's a manifesto that Riley wrote. And this is one of my favorites too. Bruce Wolford says, just found out there's a new element that's been discovered. It's weapons grade dumbfuckium and can cover huge areas in shite in a fraction of a second. The origin is Anthony Riley and GM Truth.
Man.
And then Thoughts by Jay Brown says, I raise FT and FE and Team Skeptic with Sosumi from Kyle.
Okay, before we get to the host, we better get Dead Kennedy in space in here.
Oh shoot! I thought you were gonna skip me.
Oh no, sorry, I didn't notice that. Was I supposed to? Shit.
No. I was gonna raise Team Skeptic again with another dumb fuckery from Riley, which is judges are better suited to decide matters of science because reasons.
I like it. So, okay, we got to get right to Sean Hufford. Is it going to be JM or Riley? Let's hear the voice tell us here and now.
Let me set the record straight here. If you go back and watch this video, time how long we talk about JM versus how long we talk about Anthony Riley. Anthony's going to win, hands down.
Boom.
Well,
Ooh.
Mic drop.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? That was a Neil deGrasse Tyson mic drop right there. That might have something. I think
But
there's
it's
a
a
lot
pair.
of weight to that.
but if he wins, that means we can't nominate him again.
Yeah, but see, that's an argument from emotion, and I know not everybody is as logical as a troglodyte, but as a mental health therapist, I have to caution you: think with your head, not with your heart. Feelings are not facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not forget every single time JM Truth has ever typed or said something to his voice translator, it's been misspelled. Okay.
Like my name every single time.
Like his
Fight
own name?
Fighter. I have told this story, and now you are going to verify it for me. Okay. When you called JM Truth and I was not listening in, but I was on the Discord call with you, and I could hear you talking to him on Hangouts. When you brought up the fact that he had misspelled things, and that's one of the biggest points of contention that we fuck with him on, and he's sitting there not just trying to talk shit about me, but also misspelling shit while he's trying to talk shit about me, giving us even more ammo. What did he say he uses?
He said he uses Grammarly.
That's not possible. There's no way that cat.
I mean, he's got some kind of hacked Russian version of Grammarly.
Fight! He couldn't even fucking spell Grammarly. What the fuck?
When he said that, Fight the Flat Earth was like, how is that even possible? It fixes your problems. I mean, the dude just constantly lies. He said blatantly misspelled shit, like not just like use the wrong word, like there being THEIR instead of THERE, spelling there like THEAROUGH, and then it's like and then you're like, what the fuck did that even mean? He's like, that was just voice translator. Like,
what language is your voice translator speaking?
Assigned to your voice translator, JM.
Jesus Christ! Before we get to the host here, Steaming Cup of Reason wanted in.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that although I believe Jam is probably going to take it, I got to go with Fight. I want Riley to win, but even though if Riley wins, we cannot vote for him again. Think about this. He will become the absolute gold standard to which all flat earthers on Earth will aspire and keep us employed well into retirement.
That's the way to think about it.
Oh, and I think Jutmonk, the drunk monkey, wants to shit all over this for us.
Well, yeah, I mean, for us, this is a massive entertainment that these fucking idiots just bless us with these funny as fuck videos that we could just have a right jolly good laugh at, and it's brought us together. For them, it's awesome to for them to be entered into something like this. For them, it's like, as the old saying goes, bad advertising is better than no advertising. So, and that's how these utterly deluded, dumb as fuck, globe-denying, backward-thinking, bottom feeders of the intellectual ladder actually think. But they're all fucking idiots. And I'm done with them now for tonight. So let's just fucking say goodnight, you fucking
on
bunch
that
of
note,
plums.
On that note, let's turn to Team Skeptic. Why is your vote the vote it is? It's your floor, buddy. Oh, is he here? Do we have team?
Is he muted?
Uh-oh.
Last moment.
Maybe.
Oh, no.
Well, maybe he doesn't want to defend his position. Maybe he just, wants to leave it hanging there for Fight to take. No.
It's simple. He's got no position to defend.
Yeah. So, team, you there? Okay. Well, we might have to give it to Fight first here. FTFE, lay it on the line here. Why are you voting the way you're voting?
I mean, there's only one thing I really need to say, and that's this is an egg.
Sorry. It's a good one.
That he's so fucking stupid that he thinks that that's what science is. That the literal cause is the effect. Correlation doesn't mean causation. The way he's thinking in that experiment is the equivalent of saying, because I turn on the light switch and the light comes on, the light switch is the cause of the light coming on. That's as stupid as he is thinking when he's doing that experiment with the salt and the egg, because he's not taken into account what actually happens when you press that light switch. It takes the electric that's coming from the power station that's being generated. There's a lot more behind it. That's the same when he's adding the salt. It's not just changing the density, it's changing variables in the equation that we use to calculate what's going on. It's
exactly.
He's so fucking stupid on every fucking level, and it's so consistent. I'm scripting a video right now for you that'll be out in the next couple of days, right? But he's already released 2 more videos of stupid that I haven't even looked at yet. And I'm like, I can't keep up with the stupid he's pumping out.
Wow.
I'll tell you what, though, he should have said, this is an egg, and it's way fucking smarter than me. And also, do eggs that have gone off defy gravity? Because when eggs go off, they fucking float in water as well.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's how you know, right? Yeah. Hey, do we have Team Skeptic back yet? You there, buddy?
Yeah, sorry, I had to take a Riley.
Hey, no worries. So it's your floor, team. It's your floor. Why is your vote your vote? Dumb fuck of the year explanation on the line. Take it away.
I mean, I don't have a whole nother hour to give you guys, so I'll just try to condense it into like 56 and a half minutes. Okay. No, I really do think that JM Truth is, I think he's more sincere in his dumb fuckery. Okay. I do really think that there is some level of to Anthony Riley. I do think he gets off on this attention that he gets from all this, and he's definitely getting, like, think about this. If we weren't talking dumb fuck, if there was no such thing as the dumb fuck of the year, nobody would be talking Riley right now. I mean, he wouldn't even be trying. I mean, maybe he would have put out his videos. Maybe we would have been talking about his videos, but he would not be getting this type of exposure. He's getting this type of exposure. No, agreed, 100%. I'm not trying to disagree with that, but I'm saying that I think there's a different motive between JM's dipshittery and Riley's dipshittery. I think Riley's dipshittery is more of an entertainment. Like, he tries to do it for entertainment. I think JM tries to do it because he really wants to convince people to believe in the flat earth.
Well, I'm going to counter that. Because me and Skeptic have this huge rivalry between us for obvious reasons. But you made a really huge false equivalency fallacy. That's why I called you out on it. JM might believe this stuff. He might not. It doesn't matter. He's making a profit on it. So I think that he doesn't. Riley is doing it for recognition. Granted. But neither point makes or breaks the argument on who's putting out the most dumb. The most dumb, hands down, is from Riley. And that's what the whole vote is supposed to be over. Who's putting out the most stupid claims.
But then I could easily, if I just want to win the award, I could easily win the award next year just by intentionally putting out faulty and stupid shit, and then there would be nobody really to. That would be, to me, that's not real sportsmanship. And I know we're talking about a fucking award called the Dumb Fuck of the Year. How can they actually have any sportsmanship in it?
This is why
I'm saying us as judges need to have some intellectual and integrity. And I'm not gonna say honest, but integrity with our votes.
That's the thing.
Our submissions.
We're not the judges. We're just saying who we're nominating.
Yeah.
The audience is the judge.
But this is why I don't
in that case they're gonna vote JM Truth.
Oh, you're so screwed, dude.
This is why I don't think Kyle should win, guys, because Kyle has done this one very stupid thing, but he isn't putting out stupid for us to take apart constantly all the time. Yeah, he's done a really fucking stupid, horrible thing, but it's not the same kind of dumb fuckery as these morons are putting out. And
granted, that's why this is a audience vote thing. That the audience is pissed off at Kyle. That's why he's going to win. We all know that. We understand that. We accept that.
Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example of Fight the Flat Earth as to why what you just said is incorrect. Okay, let's say that we had 1,000, we'll say 1,000 bus-sized meteorites hit the Earth in 1 year, right? It would do a lot of damage to the Earth, but it wouldn't really destroy the Earth, even though it took place over a whole year and there's thousands of them. However, if Mars fucking hit the Earth one fucking time, it would destroy the Earth. Kyle was Mars hitting the Earth.
Yes.
JM
Agreed.
Truth and Riley are just 1,000 meteorites that sprinkle us daily for the entire year.
Well, James James is just a couple hundred meters. Riley's the freaking asteroid belt.
Riley's a goddamn egg. He's an egg-sized meteoroid.
Riley for Dumbfuck of the Year 2019, guys. You if you don't vote, then
Riley for second place 2019.
Yeah, we know we know we've got the angles, that's for sure. So we got a couple of donations we should call out before we wrap things up. Cypher donated $343. Surprise award announcement when Dumbfuck of the Year votes go live. Dumbfuck of all perpetuity with Riley as the only nominee. That way it'll satisfy Craig's need for him to win something. Another Dumbfuck of all perpetuity is never held again. Then Riley can never be nominated again.
Riley
that's why I
deserves
wanted to be
some
in
kind
second
of
place.
achievement.
Right? So, and then RMS donates $3. Thank you very much. I donate some money instead of buying again toys. He has enough for my child. Well, I say the same thing. Absolutely. I'm a single parent too. I do not want that my child will look for some answers in YouTube and got stuck in some flat earth channels about the incredible and irrefutable truth about the shape of the earth. And I agree. That's why channels like ours have to keep the fight up. Because for every channel out there preaching pseudoscience, whether it be flat earth or, crystal power or blah, 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 we need at least 4 or 5 channels like ours slamming it down to make sure that people know it's fucking bullshit. Absolutely. And then RMS donated $3 additional to the last comment. Again, thank you very much. Go on and eliminate the stupid. One of the most stupidity is their map. Projection of a sphere on a 2D map is not a flat earth map. Vote for JM Truth for the most stupid guy, Dumbfuck of the Year. So
I would like to point out one more thing that might actually cinch this argument entirely.
All right.
Last year's Dumbfuck of the Year, Anthony Riley, of course, was in second place.
Again.
Up until the last 6 hours, he was in first. And then Professor Stick, who has 200,000 subscribers, did a video on the person who won. And Anthony only lost by 6 votes.
Wow.
You have
Good
your
job,
work cut out
Professor
for you.
Stick. Good job.
You have a serious uphill climb with JM Truth, is all I'm saying.
Okay, so my suggestion is this right here, Fight the Flat Earth, okay? I think the audience should pick 2 videos, a JM Truth video and an Anthony Riley video, all right?
Yeah.
And what they should do, we should put them together, and we should do 1 debunk video a piece on both videos.
Okay.
And let the quality of that video be what the audience bases their vote on. Because they're equally stupid. And you know what? I'm such a better content creator than you are, so I know JM Truth will win.
Well, my question for that.
Dem's fighting words, team. Dem's fighting
My
words.
question for that.
Now,
My question for that, Team Skeptic, are you going to cheat and use the zombie video or use one of his claim videos?
Hey, I'll let the
good one,
audience know.
Sean.
Listen, me and Fight the Flat Earth will both debunk the same video. There is no way to win in that. We'll both debunk the same video. We'll get 2 videos. We'll take 2 segments out of each. We'll take 1 segment out of each video and debunk the same segment. A battle of minds and jokes. Fight the Flat Earth goes to a joke book, right?
Okay, so why aren't you?
He has
why
an
aren't you
online
making
free
that-
joke book.
Why aren't you making that challenge to me? Because we know that Craig's got that 3-second delay in his brain.
Well, speaking of 3-second delay, see, tonight we had 2 videos queued up, one of Riley and one of JM, and we were going to go over them to see, let the audience choose, but we never even got to that shit because there was so much to go over, right? So
Yeah, but it all flew by.
So what I propose is before the votes are in, we're going to have SOS back over to the Shills, and we are going to attack these videos and lay it on the line. What do
Yeah,
you
I'm
guys
up for
say?
that.
You guys into it?
Absolutely.
Are you talking about tonight?
No, not tonight.
Okay. I
No
won't be
gonna
able to
say,
do it
right?
tonight, but I can do it in the future. Yeah, sure. That'd be great.
Yeah. We'll plan it between now and the votes are in before Dumbfuck of the Year. We'll have you guys over on the Shills. We'll cover these videos, and we'll let the teardowns speak for themselves. Group effort. Everybody's in. Who can make the most fun of one person? The votes will say where the Shills lie.
He can't do it, guys. He can. I'm telling you, he uses a thesaurus, a dictionary, and a free online joke calculator. Okay, to have him do
Calculator
this
that works,
live,
man.
to have him do this live would not fucking work for him.
You're wrong. I'm fed a real-time live script direct from NASA headquarters, so I'm okay.
Actually, what I see going on here is team trying to stack the deck. You know, he hasn't presented enough evidence for JM Truth. Me and the rest of the guys that's been going for Riley, fight all them, you know, we have given a preponderance of evidence. So now he's trying to turn this into a whodunit best debunk off. No, that has nothing to do with how stupid those two idiots are.
I will take his challenge and I will have this debunk off, and I will destroy him and his dreams of JM being dumber than Riley, because I'm sorry, there is no one dumber than Riley.
I'm sorry, Craig, but I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this very simply, Craig. I think that your mouth is swallowing a challenge that your ass can't poop out.
Destroy it.
Because, no, there is no getting in behind this Lego guy. Okay, this Lego guy thinks on the fly, and he's oh my god, he'll crush you.
When it comes to wit, I'm going to give this one to Team Skeptic. He will destroy you in a debunk
on
off.
top of that penis haircut you have.
Yeah, I got to concur with Sean on that one. I'm sorry, Craig. You know I love you, man.
The crowd wants to see it. I need everybody to be quiet. Leave his confidence at the high level it is now. I will help rebuild it after I have destroyed it. Don't worry. The Fight the Flat Earth that you all love will be back one day.
You are just projecting right now, little Lego man. I see your challenge, and I am going to take it and rip it apart. And I will show why not only I am the better content creator, but I have the dumber candidate.
I'll just say this. After this happens, Craig, I fully expect you to stand up in a crosswind, and we're going to hear you whistle because your ass is going to get reamed.
Well, at least I can whistle. Like Team Skeptic.
Fuck off. Listen, I'll whistle right now for the entire fucking crowd. Listen.
Boom! You can't do it.
Hold on. Time out. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. We're going ASMR again to hear me whistle. Okay, so you guys can hear me now, right? Okay, good. All right, I'm gonna whistle.
That's intimate.
That's not a whistle. That's just blowing.
That's not whistling.
There it is, right there.
Team, I'm getting hard right now. I'm getting hard.
Damn, dude, I got a Woody.
Yeah, what are you doing?
So
I think
let's
this
make
is
sure we
what
cover
all.
Gentlemen, let's make sure we cover all the bases with the rules on this debunk off. Are you guys going head to head, one on one? Are you going to be calling in minions?
Oh
no, just me and team. I don't need anyone to help me beat him.
Hold on. Have you not paid attention to the Science of Satire channel? Have you not paid attention to everything I do in life? Fight the Flat Earth is my minion. How am I going to
fired?
Boom, baby. The gloves are fucking off. You heard it right here. The Shills take over SOS, and Team Skeptic lays down the gauntlet with FTFE. It's on like Donkey Kong.
At the end of that fucking competition, I am going to have FTFE saying there is something wrong with that laser.
Okay, Dick, you gotta say it. You gotta say it, Dick. Sunday.
Sunday. Ladies and gentlemen, in this corner, weighing all of 7 ounces and made of pure Lego, we've got Team Skeptic fighting for JM Truth. And in this corner, weighing considerably more, we have FTFE fighting for Riley. It's going down on SOS. You heard it here first. watch it live.
Thank you, David.
Get ready
Thank you, Nick.
to rumble.
Thank you very much for that, Nick. I needed that.
Okay,
Really
so I
much.
would like to point out while we're on the topic of dumb fuck of the year, the Sun Express, and I agree 100%, has said that I'm going to put in the first part that this competition is important, and no matter who wins this year, we must make sure that it goes on year after year. And the actual Sun Express quote was, "Dumb fuck of the year cannot be abandoned." I agree. It can't ever.
Absolutely. But speaking of abandon, we've been on for a little over 2 hours now, and as a shill standard, we're pretty much at our time. I say we go around the table. Everybody's got 30 seconds. I want to hear from you, and I want to hear right now. Is it going to be final thoughts, JM or Riley? Anti-Flatter, you're up.
I'm gonna wait and see at the end of this next show.
Bullshit! I want to hear an answer right now.
You don't have a crazy Russian with an AK-47 standing next to you, right? I'm standing on the fence on this one.
I'm calling bullshit. Let's move on to Jutmonk, the drunk monkey. Riley or JM? Give me your bottom line.
Oh, well, it's got to be fucking JM.
There we go. The monkey called it. Logical troglodyte, JM or Riley?
I'm pulling for Riley, but I know people are afraid of Skeptic, and hashtag Skeptic's a bully, so JM's going to take it.
Sarcastic barman.
I've been bullying
JM.
all my life. Okay?
JM through and through.
Yeah, sarcastic barman. You're calling JM?
I'm calling JM.
All right. Steamy cup of reason, JM or Riley?
I want Riley, but it's going to JM.
No. Good call. And our producer, Chatty, what do you call it here, brother? Is it JM or is it Riley?
Well, if it was Fanny of the Year, it would be Riley a shoe-in every day of the fucking year. However, it's the fuck of the year. And to be quite honest, I have to be truthful. It's JM.
Oh, it's JM! Hey. And our showrunner, the amazing Amy Hogan. Amy, JM or Riley?
I would like to see JM get it, but I'm thinking that Riley may, because I just sat through before the show started to look at those videos. A whole hour and 10 minutes of Riley talking about how he did not piss on his stream, and I was thinking that oh geez, the man doth protest too much.
Yeah, who gives a fuck?
Love it.
Exactly. It was just.
Tell you, I had a love
ridiculously
poem I was going to read to you online right now, and no, not going to do it. You missed out on.
I had faith in you the whole time. I knew you'd make the right choice.
Oh, you see this? Now, before I get to the last three, Sean Machine donated $1 at Sean Hufford. Is Dumb Fuck of the Year prize going to be delivered to the FE Corps headquarters address? Is that still a thing? Oh, that's a good one.
Well, it's still not. It's still just an address. There is still no offices involved.
Yeah. I mean, the place will probably get bulldozed in a month, right? By the looks of it.
No, it's actually got a well-to-do business inside of it, but it's just not FE Corps.
And then we had Glass Monster donated $1. I thought it was Mega Blocks. Well, that must be a reference to our amazing Lego Man Team Skeptic. So, on that note, Sean Hufford, last word. Is it going to be JM or is it going to be Riley? Your thoughts?
I'm going to shout out to an appeal to everybody in the chat to go ahead and hit that link to supply the shills with some money because they need to buy some Tic Tacs for all that Team Skeptic penis breath that they have now.
that Team Skeptic penis breath smells good, guys. Don't ever change it.
So I think we know the opinion there. Team Skeptic, we know your vote. It's got to be JM, right?
Yeah, it's JM. I was totally ready to unsubscribe from the shills until that last montage of support. I am absolutely going to continue to be a subscriber to your channel. I will maybe think about clicking the bell A like or two here and there, maybe. You know what I'll
don't
do
push
for you?
yourself
though,
in much.
Shills? Hey, Shills, you know what I'll do since you guys support JM so much? I will like every video you have twice. Okay.
What? Sounds like a plan.
I
Love you
haven't
guys.
weighed in
JM
yet.
Cruz,
And
Dumbf of the Year,
Dick
2019.
Boston is here right now to say absolutely positively I'm throwing my vote into the Riley camp. And on that note, FTFE, SOC or SOS, take over. This has been amazing. This has been an awesome, fantastic night. I want to thank you guys from us to you guys from the bottom of our hearts. What an amazing, fantastic night. Now, Fight, this is going off on your channel. FTFE has the last word of the night. Why is it Riley?
Because he just constantly puts out the stupid. He never stops. He says density is a force, that 5 divided by 0 is 5. That the internal angles of a triangle can't be calculated on a triangle calculator. The harvest moon is 8 to 10 times larger than a normal moon. That we have an eclipse every month, and because it's out at sea. There's so many fucking stupid reasons why.
I'm going to stick the monkey on you if you don't stop. I think we get the point. As you can see, FTFE has a lot of reasons. So, FTFE, you're 100%. It's Riley, right?
100%. Now, in all seriousness, we've had a good laugh tonight, back and forth, me and team. But working with team and working with Sean has been one of the highlights of my career in YouTube since I started about a year ago. And I'm forever thankful to both of them for working with them. And you guys coming on today has been an absolute blast. I loved coming onto your channel. All my subscribers that are watching, if you haven't subscribed to the Shills, the link to their channel is in the chat right now. Head on over, hit the subscribe, hit the notification. They do absolutely great shows. They get guests on, they have a laugh, and it's just so well done. And I really think that they need more recognition and more subs. So definitely subscribe to the Shills. I've absolutely loved having you on, and we need to carry this conversation on your channel soon.
Hey, you have to go and play
Yes. So coming up in the very near future, we will have this trio on the Shills because we are going to continue this, and we are going to attack the videos to get to the bottom of the Riley JM debate. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, we are the Shills. This has been the Shills Takeover Science or Satire. I want to thank from the bottom of our hearts Sean Hufford, Team Skeptic, FTFE. Phenomenal evening. What the fuck are we supposed to say, folks? We're done. We're out of here. Let's say goodnight, everybody. See ya.
Good night.
Roll that shit, Daddy.